Welcome to part 2 of the season finale of Knights of Faded Roses, a Vampire the Masquerade game here set in Portland, Oregon. Welcome to everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. A couple of pre-show announcements here. Reminder that first and foremost, there may be some triggering discussions involved. Being a vampire game, this involves a lot of violence, blood, gore, guts, veins in your teeth. It can also talk about things that may be triggers for you. That includes things like brainwashing, mind control, gaslighting. These are things that we want you to be aware of before you go ahead and start watching. So if you get to a point where you feel uncomfortable, please step away. We want you to go ahead and make a best decision for you. There will be links down below so that if you find yourself in a position where you need to reach out to someone, it's okay. We've all been there. People have been there. People are there to help you and to help assist you. So please
Your health has to come first.
You know, we want you to go ahead and make the best decision for you. So please reach out to the resources that are available to you. And, you know, please stay safe, stay healthy. We love you. We want you to go ahead and be here for us, just like we are wanting to be here for you and to entertain you. So if you're not comfortable with that, again, please make your best decision and leave now, because I can't control any of these people. I don't even try anymore.
She gave up.
This is a non-canon Vampire the Masquerade game, so for those who are new here, this means that a game of ours, which is based on the TTRPG, it's not something that is sanctioned by nor part of the World of Darkness world, so we don't get kickbacks, revenue, recognition from World of Darkness. Occasionally we'll have people that stop by, like Jason Carl, hi Jason, to pop in and watch at least a little bit of the show, which is perfectly fine, we love it. But you know, this is non-canon, so don't expect this to show up in any games unless they ask us for it, which we'll happily share.
We would love.
Oh, we'd love it, yeah.
So this leads us to the next bit, sponsorships. We have some exciting news. We have our very first one. So thank you to Restless in Portland's for going ahead and sponsoring us.
Yay!
So we have a little blurb here, so bear with me here. Looking for an immersive and exciting way to escape the mundane routine of everyday life? Look no further than Restless in Portland, Portland's premier live-action role-playing LARP troupe. At I cannot talk today.
Restless.
Yes, at Restless in Portland, we offer a thrilling and engaging experience for adults who are looking to explore their creative sides and engage in epic adventures. Step into the shoes of a powerful vampire, not anybody here, but, you know, it could be yours. Within the navigating the treacherous politics of the undead within Vampire the Masquerade, or delve into the magical world of the Dresden Files, where you can wield mystical powers to combat supernatural threats. And for those looking for a more classic fantasy experience, Legend of the Five Rings offers a rich and immersive world of samurai, honor, and intrigue. Our experienced game masters ensure that every game is challenging, engaging, and above all, fun. With an emphasis on immersive role-playing and storytelling and character development, Restless in Portland is the perfect place to unleash your imagination and experience a world like no other. Join us on Facebook or Discord by scanning the codes on your screen, which will show up in our intermission. We have QR codes for you. We'll also have links down below, so you can go ahead and visit them. And if you are in the greater Portland area, please join us most Friday and Saturday nights for some fun. So again, we'll have their links popping up during the show and at intermission. If you have a small business and want to help another small business, reach out. You can have your shop or your store or your online thing go ahead and be advertised here. We would love to go ahead and help you. Reach out and contact us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Tumblr, or here on YouTube at PDX Gaming Productions, and all of those links will also be down below. Also, if you are loving what you see and are becoming a fan of our little family, please click the like and subscribe here on our YouTube channel. It helps the algorithms tons. And you can, again, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, now on Discord as well for more information. We would once again like to thank Willamette Falls Studios for hosting our game, and Josh Reynolds for being here to help produce it. If you would like more information on how Willamette Falls can help your studio productions, please drop them a line. They have state-of-the-art studio spaces, including a podcast booth, fully functioning studio kitchen, green screen studio, standard studios, editing suites, and a new recording studio being built in the basement. And again, we'll have those links down below as well. So everything down in the description box is available for you to go ahead and peruse as you go throughout your day or on the weekend, whatever you'd like to do. With that, I believe all of those announcements are done for now. So with that, let's start.
Introductions?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I always forget that. I don't know why. Because I don't want to be remembered. It's fine.
They should. You never know. We may get a newbie.
Yeah, right? So, from around the circle, starting with you.
Hi, I'm Shannon Strobel. I play Elisa Taylor, the Tremere.
I'm M. Underwood, playing Alexandra Delisandra, the Malkavian, who has finally learned that Unseen Passage is what she needs to use, not Cloak of Shadows.
Yay! I'm so proud.
Yay!
I'm Di Saracen. I play Aliana Kinsley, the Nos who apparently had already mastered Unseen Passage.
Wah, wah.
And I play Lancaster Harrison. My name is Tony Colombo. Lancaster is a Venture, full Camarilla Venture, by the way.
Who has people for everything.
Yes.
And I am Elizabeth Hayes, your storyteller. Thank you. And welcome to Nights of Faded Roses. And with that, now we're ready to go ahead and get into this little vampire story. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. Actually, we're not doing a little bit of housekeeping because we are starting
Where we left off.
Right in the middle
where
of a
we left
firefight.
off.
With me having a shotgun pointed at someone's head.
Indeed. To recap just a little bit, going into my notes here, because I've been a smart creature and have been going through everything. So we had in episode 12, or in episode 11, the first of the two-part, we had, unfortunately, Alexandra's ghoul was taken and held hostage, as well as, unfortunately, Gregor also being taken, the Duskborn, and being taken held hostage. You guys went through, figured out exactly who was holding both of them, managed to split the party. So you had Trinisa and and Lancaster.
Tamina.
Tamina, rather,
Tamina,
and see, now I'm doing it. Headed off to the railways to see what you could find there. And the rest of you headed over to the printing press in Northwest Portland to try and figure out what the hell was going on and see if you could get Cassandra back. Figuring at the end of last episode, about 15 to 20 SI members had been killed in the printing press with the help of Estrella and several of the La Sombras that she came with across the waters from across the river. Because although not necessarily bosom buddies, it's understood that when the SI comes to town, everybody needs to go ahead and step up. So about 15 to 20 in the printing press were killed, another 15 to 20 by Tamina and Lancaster's men at the rail yard. Between Pew 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 and
Pew.
the Whirling
Gotcha.
Dervish, we had a number of people that fell. It has not yet been determined how many Duskborn have been recovered from the railway cars. When you guys left, you were sort of regrouping and figuring all that out. Meanwhile, Alex and Aliana have successfully removed Cassandra from a rigged chair. And when we paused, you were standing in the foreman's office staring at the face of a very newly cowed Raymond Mayer, because I believe you used either awe or dominate?
Dementation.
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 I basically played to his paranoia and then turned on awe.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
and Mayor has, I believe, 2 goons.
Yep.
Yes.
So I am just on the outside facing the door we came in through, because there's a couple of pass-through doors, and I'm covering essentially her back.
Okay. So used.
Oh yes, and I'm monitoring radio chatter on that
look at you.
on the stolen radio that I picked
Oh, that's
up.
right. You did. You stole a radio.
Yep,
Okay.
stole a cop rig and got his pistol, got his mags,
All right.
got
Well, grab his knife.
forgot to
So-
grab his. I know. I expect that to come back and bite me later. We'll see. Yeah.
You
But
don't
did
know.
you
Slice
grab
it.
the backup service pistol?
I don't think there was one.
There
wasn't
wasn't
mentioned.
determined. It wasn't mentioned.
That's true. Yeah.
But you didn't check for one either,
That's
did
true.
you?
No. Well, I kind of figured, I gouged the fucker's eyes out and cut his larynx out. I kind of figured he'd be down for the count, but I mean, I did secure him with zip ties behind his back. So
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I got his. That's how I got his rig.
She got the rig. Was yeah, she did zip
You're
tie
thinking the
him.
one she spit at.
Yeah.
No, that's the one I did spit at. The other one I shot at said I was never here, and then booked it. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I, phew.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I disappeared into the din.
Who was
There
that
you
blonde Tremere?
Right? How strange. So I think we will pick up actually at the railway yard, simply because you guys you were in the midst of trying to figure out where and what you guys were doing at that point. So Tamina has cleaned off her 2 scimitars, and says, "Okay, so what do you want to do?"
Well, at this point, we have a tourniquet-laden individual who
Yes.
seems to be remarkably willing to answer questions, under my watchful gaze, of course. And Tamina, do you think this is the right time to actually interrogate this person, or should we take care of these Duskborn first?
I would think that taking care of the Duskborn is, as long as he's stabilized, I think it would probably be best to check to see what's going on.
George, is he stable?
I can get him stable. That's not a problem, sir.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And also, well, I restrain him as needed. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Sid.
This poor SI guy is sitting there. He's like holding up the one arm that has
stump.
the stump. And he's just looking very intimidated and blank at this point. He's like, okay.
Good. I love being
Okay,
me.
boo-boo.
All
I
right.
was going to say sit, ubu, sit.
Ooh, sit, yes.
All right, then.
So-
So, Tamina, you got any suggestions about what we should do here? Or should I call some people in, or?
If you can have 5 people start at one end of the rail cars, I will have myself and my 2 come in with me.
Do you just want to count, or leave them where they are, just count them?
Try to go ahead and get as many who can move out as possible,
All right.
and then we'll get a head count of those who can't be moved.
All right, George, do we got some guys for triage?
Oh, sure, not a problem, sir. I've got 3.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so he sends 3 out. Oh, fail. He sends 3 people off to one end, while Tamina and the 2 of her. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go with the other guys, of course.
Okay,
Leave George to stabilize.
that's fair. He goes ahead and takes the gentleman back to one of the SUVs to go ahead and stabilize him. Let me go ahead here and roll. How many people can we do? Can we find? There are 6 railway cars.
That's a lot.
Yep. They were very determined.
Yeah, but to what end? Well, for those who are
Well,
conscious, yeah, for those who are conscious, I'll ask.
Okay. So you are able to move and recover. You and or your people are able to move and recover 18 Duskborn. The remainder of them are non-responsive, either due to being dead or unconscious, one way or the other.
All right, I'll the one who's most awake,
Okay.
most able. It's like, hey, a lot of these people are yours. So do you have any kind of fallback place where you could take people like this who are suffering? Or are you guys all scattered to the winds?
We're pretty scattered. I don't. This is a very young woman. She probably maybe is 20, 22. It looks like she's been living rough for the last couple of months.
Okay.
You guess most likely she was one of the more recent ones that was taken from one of the homeless camps.
All right. And what about when I get a report back on the other ones, what's their viability? I mean, are they dead, dying?
The other 3, you get a total of 8 from the other 3
Oh, the other cars?
from the other cars.
Okay.
Each one of the cars, you figure, being good at math, you figure that each one of the cars would probably hold between 25 and 30 uncomfortably.
Okay.
And you're pretty well guaranteeing that they're going to be as uncomfortable as they can possibly make them, because why bother? So if you're looking at 30 times 6, that's 180 right there. So chances are this was probably the most recent grab of them. And you don't see any other rail cars out there.
What about a locomotive?
You have one locomotive that looks like it had been getting ready to back up.
Got interrupted?
Yeah, was interrupted, and strangely the crew is nowhere to be seen. How odd.
Can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why. Yes,
I don't know where they would have gone or fell.
they scarpered at the first sign of danger.
Right?
So, all right then. I guess I'll radio back to George. I'll go to the engine, look over, see if there's anything that is remotely identifiable about, where does this locomotive come from. I'm not too familiar with railways and how they work, but it's obviously this came from somewhere. So it's got to have this is a rather large piece of equipment. It's got to have a financial trail somewhere.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Every one of them's got a ID number on
Some
somewhere.
kind of thing
Yeah.
that tracks
Should
it
be
doing
some
the
sort
things.
of manifest in there that
Yeah.
tells them where they're going.
Well, I mean, they've got to be more. Well, they've got to be more attentive on tracking a train, because there's only one way that a train can go.
In any,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can only follow very
It's not
specific
like-
routes.
Yeah, it's not like two trains go in the same direction and occupy the same track.
if two
So-
trains going in opposite directions, leave it.
No,
The answer is never. Never, because those two trains have been chasing each other since I was in school, and they ain't caught up to each other yet.
Purple, because roosters like pancakes.
Because aliens didn't wear hats.
That too.
I like purple.
I like turtles.
So, yeah. So try and get some kind of paper, or trying to find the financial way of whoever rented this, wherever it was rented from, and sort of add that to the list of things that I want to see destroyed.
Okay, go ahead and do an investigation check for me, since you are physically wandering through and trying to figure out where things might be.
Okay, and then so I assume investigation plus.
Let's do.
It's usually wits or intelligence, one of the two.
Let's do intelligence,
Okay.
because I mean you can recognize, being in business, you can recognize manifests. You can recognize, certain things just look a certain way most days.
Okay. So I got 2 successes. One of them was a crit.
Okay. Any crit on your blood die?
No.
Okay, so you got 2 successes.
Okay.
You do find a manifest. It looks like it is incomplete.
Naturally.
It is all in code, as far as you can tell. There's numbers. Lots and lots and lots of numbers. Looks like potentially serial numbers. Not sure if that links to the railway cars or links to...
Any chance, the number of serial numbers, are there any relative amounts between them and the number of people in the cars?
Not the number of people in the cars, but the cars themselves.
Okay.
So that's pretty logical, conducive. I mean, there are 6 cars, there's 6 serial numbers. There does seem to be something akin to maybe GPS coordinates.
As in a destination?
As a at the very end.
Okay. So, radio back to George.
Okay.
I got a set of coordinates here, I think. If you could track where these coordinates are, we might have had a destination for where these trains were going.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. I can go ahead and do that.
Question: are we on the same frequency they are?
Probably not. The railway also happens to be. These are more short.
Okay.
Shortwave.
Short distance radio.
Yeah, you are about 4 to 5 miles away. So unless they're utilizing
Supers.
Like or
hams
sat,
or
like sat phones or something. Yeah.
you probably
Yeah.
haven't heard
so
that.
So just the text. Okay.
Short range radios. That's it. Yeah.
There you go.
Probably point to point
Oh,
too.
and
No
miles.
ham operators.
And George, would you be so kind as to send a text to the group indicating possible location for a dusk-born destination?
Oh, yes, sir. Not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
So there we go. Okay. So you guys, in the midst of switching over to what's happening over with you guys, since multiple things happen multiple times, you have walked in. You have seen now an older gentleman who is got a scar on his face, white hair. Definitely has got to be Raymond Mayer. It's flanked.
When last we left our heroes, I had a shotgun pointed his direction. His 2 goons were to the right and left. I told him to
Flanky.
dismiss the boys because they probably didn't trust him anymore. And then I dementated him and then turned on awe.
Yes, you did. So he because he is still technically human, he cannot fight any of that, and he tries. You can watch that. He definitely has a level of faith in him that is hard to go ahead and fight. Remembering that he is Pentecostal, he does lean an awful lot on his faith.
It makes the voices all the more easier to transmit.
It really does. So
Are the Pentecostals the hearing voices?
Yes, they're the speak in tongues group.
Okay, so but not the talking to snakes bunch.
No, some of them do that too.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah.
So I basically, if I recall correctly, the last thing I said to him was, we need to have a talk. And I'm going to say, look, right now the only one in this room that you can possibly trust is me. I think we need to have a talk. Why don't you send your boys outside? In fact, you may want to go outside and see if they can get out, either get out of the building or go assist your friends. I'm not going to hurt you.
he looks down at the shotgun that you've leveled at him.
That I've twisted a little to the side at one of his guys.
It's fine. We can have a chat. I think I'll be okay. You guys go figure out what's happening in the other rooms.
As an aside, I'm going to say, and I'm not even going to just look at I'm just out of the blue, I'm just going to go, Elisa's in the corner, stay there, so you should be fine.
Well, they don't. Did they?
They don't. It's for you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For you to basically hide in the corner.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm one of those out of sight, out of minds type.
Fair.
Yes.
All right,
But
so
now, ask yourself, how many entrances are in this room? Is it a dead end?
there are
There's
two.
one on his side
There's
and
one
that we
there's
came
one
in.
behind him, and then there's one that you guys walked through.
So yeah, because if they go past me on the way that we came in,
You're welcome to pop them.
am I really that nasty? Yes, I am, in fact.
I don't know, I'm gonna stab him in the eyes and stab him in the throat.
Yeah, I was actually aiming to, like, yeah, just completely
go.
remove the
So,
larynx.
okay, so they... so
They uncomfortably and unwillingly shuffle backward and decide that they're going to go out the back way because it is easier for them to keep an eye on what they know is a threat and go back.
I'm not
through
even
the
gonna
back.
watch them go. I'm just gonna keep my eye contact with him.
Okay. All right.
Does it look smug? Does it come across smug? Yeah, but it's effective.
It does. He smiles. I was wondering when you were going to catch up with us. It's about time, really.
Yeah, it is. Why are you, of all people, involved in this? You're not military. I mean, sure, you're looking for a fountain of youth. I could
Who
probably
isn't?
help you with that, but
Oh no, I don't. I don't want any of that. No.
so you decide to go after my person. And you're surprised that we came to get her?
I'm not surprised at all. This was part of what I wanted all along. I wanted to have a chat. Because you see, while you, no offense taken, and no offense meant, really, are the equivalent of a soulless hellion, I wish to have a longer lifespan while keeping my soul intact. I want to see God. I want to see how this world can end up with God's light through all of it.
I'm thinking like,
If you open your ears now, you may actually hear him. And I think he'll tell you don't need to be quite as militaristic as you've been. Still pushing the dementation aspect of it. That's why I've maintained eye contact with him.
Okay. All right.
yep. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm hearing all of this, thinking, oh man,
I think
slip up behind you.
You might find that God's a little more forgiving than you think he is. There are several of, for lack of a better term, our kind, who are very religious. There are a few that are even members of the Catholic Church.
The Catholic Church. Please.
Why not? They're funding half of you.
Popery.
They're ridiculous.
I agree.
They're as soulless as they come. Trust me. No.
My point is, I'm sure that if you were to listen, you'd hear the words.
I've heard the words for years. It dances in my brain. I heard them 30 years ago when I went out in the middle of the field that I was tilling. And I heard God talk to me.
And what did God say?
God told me that I was placed here to rid the world of you soulless demons.
Okay, well, there's the first mistake. We're not demons. Demons are a whole other subset. And trust me, we don't want to mess with them either. Soulless, it's a matter of perspective. There are some of us, to be sure, that fit that description. And those that do, we do our best to take care of and get rid of because they're not good for anybody, us or the human race. You think that we're all evil. You think that we're all so soulless hellions and dark. Not all of us are. In fact, most of us aren't. Most of us are just trying to live day by day.
You feed
Or night
off
by
of
night.
us like we are cattle. You take us, you murder us. We were placed here to be the world's caretakers, and
And look how
you
well you've
make a
done.
mockery of it.
And look how well the human race has done.
Because they have become soulless, because they have stepped away from God's true light.
I see. I see. Is there any hope then what if one of us wanted to get right with God?
The only way that one would get right with God is to accept God's light into you.
Yes, we have this. It's something called Golconda. It is something that many of us strive for.
We have a way to do this. We have a way to help you, and
If you were truly wanting to help me, you wouldn't have taken my child. If you truly wanted to help me, you could have reached out to me without calling my show.
we needed to have your attention
Oh,
fully.
you had my attention when you took 3 of my friends a month ago, or 3 months ago.
Oh, that wasn't me.
It's funny, you were in the building.
But that wasn't me. Granted, you definitely put you on my radar, but that wasn't me.
Please enlighten me. Who was it?
Oh, that was the Ignatius Corporation that I was placing my funding behind. That wasn't my idea.
I see. Well, here's the way I see things right now. One of a couple things is going to happen. Either I'm going to walk out of here and you're going to be alive.
With your person.
I've already taken my person out.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to walk out of here and you're going to walk away and never the two of us shall meet again. And you're going to rethink what God has told you, because I think you've done a serious misinterpretation. Trying to put another push behind it. And, or the other is, well, actually there's more than one other, or you don't walk out of here. Now I leave that choice to you, my friend.
That choice has already been taken from me. It's in God's hands. I've accepted my fate. If I don't live,
Shut up, mesmerize.
What kind of chatter is going on over the radio about this time?
you hear you hear a couple of the guards chattering about, more oddities popping out of shadows.
Oh, goody. Yeah, yes. The La Sombra are having fun, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still there.
Tony, remind me,
They were backing out, but
mesmerism is manipulation.
they were backing
and
out
dominate.
through the other direction, basically cutting a huge swath through the center.
Lovely.
So
Is Estrella still singing, and what is she singing?
Manipulation, dominate.
Okay.
she is now singing all that jazz from Chicago.
Oh, lovely.
Being a nightclub singer, she does love her genres.
3 successes, 1 crit.
Okay. He is now slack-jawed and staring.
So, other question, storyteller.
Yes.
Did his goons close the door after they backed out?
They weren't told not to. They weren't technically told to. Very likely. Let me roll.
Here, you want a D2?
No, that's okay.
That is accurate.
Thank you.
though.
Go ahead here. They did not. It is open. They wanted to go ahead and keep their eyes at least partially on what was going on. I mean, they're SI. They're not going to necessarily go ahead and trust you. Y'all are soulless
I need to confirm
demons,
something
man.
real quick.
I'll take this opportunity. And now you're all going to discover why I like to wear turtlenecks.
She has gills.
No, she's gonna pull a Constantine and do this.
Actually, no. Oh no, you're talking something else. Take the opportunity, roll the neck up over my face.
Okay.
So now I have a built-in disguise, essentially.
Nice.
Okay.
Built-in gator.
Acceptable.
Built-in balaclava.
Built-in balaclava. Yep.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Yes, this is atomic blonde level shit right here. Yep.
Phlegmatic blonde.
Yes, yes. Now, one of the I'm gonna learn how to puncture somebody's chest cavity with a high heel. Just get right about there.
Just to the left or to the right of it. Yeah, there.
Yeah, just to the left of the sternum.
Just, yeah.
Too much bone in the way neck. It just goes.
Yeah, but that's what the knives are for.
Actually, thigh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the inside of the thigh. Yep.
Femoral.
Okay, we should not know all this.
Yes.
But we do.
But yeah.
It's so useful.
Don't pay attention to any of this, kids. We're not encouraging anybody to commit this kind of violence.
It's
Not
like
at all.
knowing what it sounds like to go ahead and get stabbed in the kidneys.
Yep.
We all know this.
Yep. And we're not telling you either.
Oh, it's too late. It's already out on the interwebs.
No, of course it is. Sir Christopher Lee.
Okay. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to come with me, willingly. And we're going to go have a talk in neutral territory. Understood?
He nods slowly.
If we encounter any of your boys, tell them everything's fine. We're going off to negotiate a truce, albeit an armed one.
More like a ceasefire then.
He nods.
Let's go. I put him in front of me,
Okay.
with him facing forward.
Okay.
Actually, put the shotgun on my back. Pull out one of the pistols that is chambered,
Okay.
and it's going to be pointing at him. And I'm just going to walk right behind him,
Okay.
and we're going to make our way outside,
Which way are you going?
out the way we came.
Okay, so you're gonna go past me.
I know where the ones where I know we've tripped all the flashbangs.
Okay, good. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm gonna be sitting there going like, it's got awfully quiet, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, have I been left alone?
And as we get out the door, before she sees me, I'm going to turn on unseen passage. I'll stay behind him. And then as we get closer to where we need to make a turn, I'll just whisper, go left. And basically guide him through whispers
Okay.
out.
Okay.
So I essentially just see Mayor walking out by his
Walking
one
out by
seat.
his lonesome.
And I'm like,
You hear my footsteps, because I'm not doing silence of death.
okay. I'm like, what the
I'll just loosely to the side, turn around, you'll just hear a whispered voice say, follow.
Okay. So,
all right, get up from my crouching position and follow.
all right. What are you doing? Where are you? Do you know?
Do you remember?
Oh, it's been a whole month. You expect me to remember?
Yes.
It was just on the interwebs last week.
Right.
Most likely we've just gotten back inside the building from dropping off Staked Boy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Listening for Estrella's musical tones just so I can start singing it back at her so it's the echolocation moment.
Nice.
Ah,
Okay.
awesome.
She's on the far end of the building at this point, and you can hear that she has cut a fair swath down most of the central aisle. So while you guys had initially basically walked in and taken a right and followed that the outer edge around, she and the rest of the La Sombra went straight through. Because why not?
If you can do it, do it.
Yeah.
I'm also going to do a text, because I
Okay.
can do that with breaking it. Basically text, I have Mayor making way outside. Don't shoot him yet.
Okay. And you're sending it to
Everybody in the
everybody
chat.
everybody in the chat. All right.
All right.
Trinisa is now working her way around the left side to see if there's any others that she could possibly go ahead and be taking a look at. And so as she's going through, she's taking care of any additional SI that she might have found. So, but she does get the text and responds back with a single K. Puts it back.
Before we walk into the main hall, still falling behind, I'm going to whisper forward and change the voice and accent and say, very good, my son. Keep going forward. You'll get through this.
Okay. All right.
Point of inquiry. Are you doing it in a female or a masculine voice?
Oh, it's Victor.
That doesn't answer the question.
Fair enough. A more masculine tone.
Damn.
Okay.
Why?
God's a woman.
We all know this.
God is whatever God wants to be.
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
much.
but that
is
would
true.
twist his little brain.
It really would, actually.
Really would hurt him. It's kind of amazing. I like it. Okay.
And I've got my head on a swivel because what else am I going to do?
All right. Okay. You do see that he is struggling a bit. He has a fairly strong will. His sense of religious belief is such that this is hard to maintain.
Okay.
You do maintain it because he is still human,
And I'm focusing on it.
but you definitely feel his will attempting to try and break this on pretty much a regular basis, about every 6 to 8 seconds. He's trying to go ahead and push it.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind as we're moving on.
And just keep in mind, we're just going,
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. So back at the rail yard, you do get the, like I said, you got a total of 24 Duskborn that were able to be moved out. The rest of them, let's see here. So there was 160 total, thereabouts. And out of that, you got maybe 24. So you've got over 120 that are either unconscious or dead.
Or dead.
Either one or the other.
Oh, they are duskborn, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm by no means a medical individual. That would require touching things. So,
Do you have people for that?
exactly.
Yes, he does.
I have people for touching.
Good.
Although he does not have any of them here necessarily. You brought your
not at
guards,
all.
not your.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody who can actually.
You got the people who do
qualify.
dead, not
And,
alive.
You know, speaking with Tanima, have we reconvened with
Yeah.
Tanima's group?
Yeah.
All right. So we got a whole bunch of them that are either maybe torpored or dead. It's hard to tell with Duskborn. Do you have anybody in your crew that you brought today that could possibly do a medical assessment and figure out where we should ship these people?
Not with me, but we have people that I can go ahead and call.
Okay. Well, just for the people who are awake, try not to make it a black van situation.
That's fair.
Maybe just a large shipping vehicle.
Yeah. So she goes ahead and calls one of the. Thank you. Getting old sucks.
Yeah.
Bifocals
Nice.
for the win.
Right, except that they really do reflect bad, so. Okay, yeah. So Tamina gives a call to one of her contacts, figures, and she gets a response back. Looks like they'll be about 30 minutes out. I can have Zephyr and Malik stay here and keep an eye on things if we want to go ahead and take whomever back that we can. I can send Leela to go ahead and get another van
Okay.
to,
Yeah, start getting these people to some place where they can get help.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, so she goes
Probably.
ahead and starts taking care of that for you. Being scourged does not necessarily mean that you have to be angry all the time.
Oh, no, no. It's never about anger.
It's all about justice.
It's about, well, purpose more than anything else. So,
Yeah. Well, for you,
yeah.
justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
A lot, really.
Oh, well.
We'll have that discussion later.
Yeah.
Okay, so George has gotten Mr. Tourniquet Man stabilized and is sitting in the back seat of your SUV. Thankfully, he's stopped the bleeding, so he's not
Good, because
making a mess.
you just had the leather conditioned.
Yeah, he probably a little pallid. Is he?
Little
even-
bit.
Is he?
George got him a Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay. So he's at least
His
awake.
blood sugar's back up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
doing better.
Blood content, not so much.
So, are you just a hired thug, or are you part of this conviction?
I'm not talking to any blank body.
Okay, there we go. Conviction.
mesmerization.
Conviction,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Vote for conviction. All right.
Yep, got the conviction. Yep, yep he's a
Okay.
henchman.
All right.
Watch while I hench.
So, if you would be so kind as to speak truthfully when I ask you questions.
Oh my god.
It's my subtle way of saying that I'm mesmerizing. the gentleman.
Mesmerizing. Yes. Okay.
Yes, with the eyebrow and everything.
Satan. I'm not saying that hasn't passed through my mind. So,
Small horns. Book.
but yeah. So basically, just
Okay.
all right. Tell me what you're doing here.
Moving people out.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's what we were told to do.
What is your purpose here?
To move people out.
Just move people out?
Make sure that we weren't being seen, but to move people out.
Okay. And then
he
where
got
are you
that.
moving them to?
That location is classified.
Okay. So these coordinates don't mean anything to you?
No,
All right.
don't
okay.
know where that is unless
So-
you give me a GPS coordinator.
When you were looking to move these people out, once you were complete, what were you then to do?
Come back here and move more people out.
So you're just guarding for moving people out.
Yep.
All right.
Ask him who gave his marching orders.
Now, when it comes to, oh, I'm sorry, what insignia is he wearing? Is he CCC or?
He's got a CCC and a Phoenix emblem on him. Both.
So when it comes to your immediate superior, who is it that you report to?
Andrews.
Andrews, okay. And where, or how might I find, or rather, how might I communicate with this person?
Andrews is located at our headquarters.
And where is that located?
Our main headquarters is in Los Angeles.
And your local headquarters?
Local headquarters was recently bombed.
Ah, and your temporary headquarters since the bombing?
That would be the printing press operations.
Oh, just right over there?
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay, great. All right, this seems to be going really well. You're doing fine today. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're a great interviewer. That's all I have to say. You speak well and with conviction. How did you get started on all of this? Was it by accident or by chance, or did you just get hired?
I was recruited
From where?
from the Army.
So you have skills.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe you could be deprogrammed?
Sir?
There you go. All right. That's a no. All right. So when it comes to where you go from here after a day of moving people, when does that happen, and where do you go?
My shift ends at 5:30 in the morning, and I go back to the barracks.
Back at the printing plant?
No, sir.
Oh, where's the barracks?
Barracks is over in Northwest Industrial, sir.
Ah. Would you be happy to lead us over there when we get an opportunity?
sir.
Would you be happy to lead us over there? Be as truthfully as you can.
No, sir.
That's okay to say no. It's perfectly acceptable. But you will lead us over there if ordered, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's great to hear. Right now, we're going to have you sit here and keep an eye on that wrist because, you know, things can go poorly with tourniquets. Are you feeling okay?
No, sir.
Oh, what's wrong? What are you...
I'm in pain, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, that's inevitable. And it just means that you're alive. Are you happy to be alive?
I'm not sure, sir.
All right, well, we'll try and make you happier by giving you more life.
Okay.
All right, so just sleep. All right, I think we've done everything we can do here. Please, no, I've done this before.
Obviously.
So,
And you'll do it again.
Probably.
for generations to come. Then at that point, Trinisa, I think our job is done here.
Tamina, but yes.
Either way, I'm sorry.
You're not.
I know
The
No, you're not.
T's.
it's
It's all the T's. Yeah.
it's sometimes difficult, Tamina, to remember how different you two are. When I see the two of you together, it's just one person. That's all I see.
You see an outline, but we'll work on that.
Okay. All right. We'll try and fill in the blanks. All right. So then let's head over to the other place and see what the others have been up to. I thought I heard. Well, probably not over all the stuff that's been happening out here, but
Probably not.
yeah, I thought I heard something over there, but we haven't heard anything bad. George, any text messages?
Well, they did say that they managed to get a hold of Mr. Mayor.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go have a conversation with him then.
Excellent. Yes, sir. All right. So, again?
That's just additional conversation that happened over text. I didn't want to interrupt what you were doing.
No, that's fair. Okay,
So are we making our way out town?
making your way out to the outskirts of the area.
Or more to the point, we're trying to extricate ourselves from the building first.
With him.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get out of
You
the
gotta
building.
get out of the building. Let me go ahead here and make a couple rolls. Yeah, you guys are about, I would say probably at a,
If I need to roll another mesmerize on him, I will. But
following the standard, so that you're not actually breaking speed limits or anything like that. Because, I mean,
We don't want to do that.
yeah, why bring attention to yourself?
Too many kindred have lost their lives just speeding alone.
Right. It'll take you about 10 to 15 minutes to go ahead and get there from the rail yards.
Okay.
So, not a horribly long period of time, but in the meantime,
Has anybody tried to snux up on us while we're extricating
am I still
ourselves?
feeling you pushing back?
you are, and he seems to be actually, he's getting more vehement about it. It's, he seems to feel like he has a much more control over himself as it goes through.
It's going to feel a hand on one shoulder
Okay?
and the tip of the gun right at the occipital.
It stiffens.
Yeah, you don't need mesmerized when you have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will pretty much supersede anything.
Kinda, yeah.
Keep walking
Fine.
quietly.
So as soon as I got her text, I would have walked back out to the car, opened the trunk, grabbed a rag, and a bottle of ether.
The ether bunny's coming.
Yay!
Closed the trunk,
Oh, yes.
unseen passage.
Okay.
Walking right back in.
Okay.
Those ink processing printing plants tend to have a lot of flammables, don't they?
They do.
Oh, yeah.
We'll confirm that in a minute.
Probably a lot of vapors could just be haphazardly floating around.
You know,
Who
the night guards having a little tryst and doesn't pay attention when he knocks over a barrel.
And it's not like it's an active place. I mean, a lot of things have been.
Or, you know,
generated over time.
getting a little careless with a cigarette, you know.
Well, that would be the
Toner
other guy.
is flammable.
Oh, yes, it is.
Explosively
So's
so.
paper.
Yeah. Yeah. You do actually come around the corner.
Okay, do I notice this first or no?
Go ahead and roll wits and awareness for me, please.
Wits and awareness, okay. Let's see, and I got 3 successes.
Okay, yeah, you notice the guy the belt guy.
Is he any the worse for wear? Or
Oh, a
did
little bit.
Okay.
He's looking a little rough, but
Still kind of scarred, or
yeah.
are his eyes starting to grow back a little bit?
he is angry. He's very, very angry.
Has he seen us yet?
Not yet.
Can he see yet?
I was gonna say, yeah. What's is he like he's actively looking around? Or is he just kind of like, do I hear anything? I'm just guessing that there's nobody around.
Guessing that there's no one coming. Tra la la. Yes, that's more of what you get. You can see, probably can see general outlines, but because it is still technically dark, he probably doesn't actually really see much.
Okay.
His just hunger's got to be through the roof if he tried to heal that.
Probably. Well, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Both eyes, ag damage to the face.
he's
That's what I'm
not
afraid
a
of.
very happy camper at the moment.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of.
So yeah, you do see him as you come around the corner, and he is up against a wall, trying to go ahead and listen for anything that is within striking distance of him.
Yeah. This pistol doesn't have a suppressor on it, does it?
No.
Which means if I pull the trigger, it goes bang
Yep.
loudly. Okay. As quietly as I can, come to a halt. Reach down. I've still got him covered with a pistol. So that probably So left hand reaches down into my boot, which would probably be, what have I got? What have I got in the boot? So let's see here.
You already said the sights
It's
for
got in its pockets is.
Okay, so that's the straight razor. All right, so I've got the straight razor.
Okay.
Slowly, but as quietly as I can, flick it out.
Dexterity, please.
Okay. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm at 2 hungry. Yeah,
And stealth.
and stealth. Oh, okay, good. Phew. little extra. Okay,
Little extra oomph there.
little extra oomph. Whew. 3 successes on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see if. Let's see here. He's going to do wits and awareness. Do. He is definitely aware. And a messy crit at that.
Which means he's not going to be able
He's not gonna.
And
It's more likely for
he
himself
turns
to-
directly towards you. And it's kind of like that scene in what is it? Not Riddick, but in the original
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black, where the creature is using the
sound?
his sounds, and he's doing this thing, trying to figure out where exactly you are.
Somewhat
Yeah,
feral.
and then Riddick is just like.
Exceedingly feral
Which means
at
he's
this
probably
point.
borderline frenzied.
Yeah, he
Still
is
down, I assume?
not happy.
No,
No,
probably
he
not.
got unbound.
Remember that boot knife I forgot to take off of him?
Yeah, yeah. So
Whoops.
Shoot me in the face, not in the neck, not in the spine, not in the stomach, in the face. Need it, want it, do it now. Well, I mean, it's obvious he knows where I am, or at least he has a kind of good idea. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. How close am I? Is it point blank, or do I actually have to take aim?
now you're gonna have to take aim. He's about 15 feet away from you, but he can definitely hear you.
Fuck. Okay. Well, let's take a shot at him. See what happens.
Okay. Go ahead
That's
and
some
firearms and resolve actually as well, because you are conflicted.
Yeah, I'm not a killer. Okay. Do I roll the resolve first?
No, you're
But
just
you
a maimer.
are.
Yeah, no, I'm just a maimer.
Wait a minute, I thought you said she was Tremere.
She's still a baby.
She's a baby Tremere.
I'm just a baby Tremere. Okay, so let's.
She's a Wizlet.
She can learn from that.
Wizlet, yes.
Sounds terrible.
Dex, let's see here. Dex resolve. Resolve Dex and firearms. Okay.
So,
I got 3. No, wait.
No,
One,
you-
two.
No, you got 3.
Hold on. Let
Are you going to
Yeah, you got
burn a
three.
willpower
me make that again. Hold on.
to...
So resolve. Something like that. Okay. Okay. 2 resolve, 2 Dex, 1 on firearms. Okay.
Okay. No, you got it right.
I
So
thought
you got 3.
I thought I rolled too many dice for a sec. Let's see here. Ooh,
That's actually better.
that's actually much better. I got 4 successes plus a messy crit.
No, it's not a crit. It's only a messy crit if there are 2 on if there are 2 crits.
Yep.
So it's not
Okay.
messy. It's
Okay.
just a crit on
But it
blood
is-
die.
I got a
It's
crit
not
on a
messy.
blood die.
Okay. I will give it. You go ahead and at 4 successes, you do shoot him point blank in the face.
Okay.
He's not happy.
So, of course, everybody in the area, bang.
Yeah.
Although, actually, well, no, 9s aren't that loud. It's more of a pop.
It is definitely a different sound from anything else that's happening.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
No,
There's
fire
not
on
much
Is this still
things-
going?
The printing presses are still going, so it is a
Okay,
little
'cause we
more
never turned them off.
suppressed.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But there is definitely a pop. You hear the pop. You hear the pop.
Yep.
As you're coming back in.
He felt the pop. I faced McShooty his ass.
Yeah.
just enjoying the drive.
Do, do, do.
I'm gonna have to teach you about dead blood.
You would think as a Tremere I would know all about this shit, but
You have passing knowledge of it, but you
Yes.
don't have any.
I don't
of
have
it.
any yet.
That's fine, little Wizlet. You will learn.
It's true.
Wizlet?
She might learn a little more quickly here. in the league.
Yes, a little more. Yes, well,
She now has to fight a feral vampire.
rather, yes. Who's just been shot in the face
Yeah.
and not too happy about it.
It's true.
Some things don't take too kindly to bullets.
Yes, most things in this room don't take too kindly to bullets.
Very, very true. And we are going to do that. Okay. Trinisa actually does come around behind. Slits his throat.
Trinisa?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you. These always look so much more effective in the movies and the cinema. And I was like,
They're a lot more effective when you're not shooting another vampire. Also, when you're not dealing with the bones and facial structure. But we'll talk about that later. Moving along.
I've only just learned how to shoot this thing.
You're adorable. Let's go.
So we made it to the door?
You have made it to the door. Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. I was going to start walking towards the vehicles
Okay.
and just wait for, knowing that Allie's probably around here somewhere, going to do whatever she's going to do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna push you aside,
I'm going to keep the hand at the thing.
Okay.
have the rag with the ether come up behind him, and go, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Welcome to my personal Gehenna, bitch. And pull it in.
Okay. He does struggle quite a bit, but considering that he has already had some damage to him on the way through, just to get to a point where you guys found him, there's no way he's going to be able to struggle against you. 'Cause that was pretty sweet to go ahead and get him around from behind. So you gave him a reach around from the ether bunny.
Well played.
So, nicely done.
Put the pistol, no, drop the hammer back safely, put the pistol away. Unseen passage is now off.
Yep.
Okay, so Honestly, I just want to skin him, but he may have information. I don't know if we want to hand him off to Lancaster, or I mean, you obviously want to have your fun first, because. But once you're done with him, maybe let Lancaster talk with him. Rich guy to rich guy.
You might weasel out that way.
You just make sure that one of us is present, whether Lancaster knows or not.
True. That's the easy part.
Yeah.
All right, help me horse tie this thing.
Grab some zip ties. Do him up right.
Do I have any more on my loadout?
Yeah,
in
you
the
probably
car.
do. I mean,
You got them in the car.
there's more in the car. You're there at the car.
Speaking
Have
of,
we found-
safety first. Safe the weapon, holster it, put the snap back down.
Okay.
Oh, adorable. She's learning.
Hey, taught her well. So,
I'm British.
have we found
come on.
Gregor yet?
You have not yet found Gregor. Go ahead and roll wits and awareness, please, for me.
Actually, wait a minute, because that's right. Fuck. 2 successes.
You smell smoke.
I look back.
You see the beginnings of a flame in the center of the printing press building.
Shit. Send out a wide text.
Okay?
Building about to go up. GTFO. Send it to everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
You, the last thing that you hear, just as that text is sent out, is Estrella changing to Sweeney Todd's City on Fire.
Of course.
I'm figuring that would have been timing the whole beheaded and died thing in time with whatever she was singing from 6.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very likely.
Again, girl is fun.
Girl's fine.
Girl is definitely fun. She's got her foibles, but she's definitely a good time to go ahead and hang around with.
Yeah, she probably said that one.
Since she's still a mite bit peckish and grumpy, have we captured any humans?
Trinisa did capture 2 of them. They happened to be leaning up against the her Jeep.
I'm going to walk up to them, looking like the person they captured,
Oh, yeah.
only not as fucked up. Tell me, were any of you involved in the questioning?
Oh, fuck off, blank body.
Bam! Drain him.
The other one is horrified. Cannot stop from just looking absolutely horrified. There's zero chill in this poor man. The other one is just, rolled up and eyes up in the back of his head and is gone in seconds.
And I know it's 0 hunger.
Does that count as a stain on your humanity?
No.
No,
still
because
within the
they're an
tenant.
enemy and you're within the tenant.
Okay. Excellent. I'm
I mean,
Once
there's
it's all
still a
done,
body
don't-
for you if you want one.
Once I'm done,
No,
I deliberately
actually.
smear the blood across my mouth, trying to look as crazy as possible.
Okay.
I'll ask you again. Who did the questioning?
It was mostly him. I don't
Pointing at who?
over
Gesturing towards-
to Raymond.
Okay.
sidle up next to it. Just remember, she's the good cop. And then smile
Full
at him.
fangs.
Oh, y'all fuckers. Jesus.
Oh, sweetie, you might want to be really, really careful about your choice of words.
I'm
Remember,
the bad cop from over at the car.
Polite, just remember,
Ting, ting,
manners maketh man, and politeness is free. If you feel that cost is too much for you to bear, I can give you back to her.
You're gonna kill me anyway.
Not
Well,
necessarily.
let's not be too hasty.
Don't
Isn't that
give
what
us a
you guys
reason.
do?
No, actually,
No.
it's not.
Ew.
You'd be amazed what we do.
Tossing the ball of ether in the air.
Turn around, walk towards her, tap her on the shoulder. You're in.
Because I'm assuming I'm down at 0 from taking out the guy earlier, so I don't have to eat.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah.
I should probably feed soon too. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'm within tenant and I know I'm not going to get a stain on it, she's going. Even though now that she's at 0 hunger, she's going to go climb in the car. Still process everything that's happening and what's done, trying to calm down, and then just enjoy the fireworks.
Okay. As you guys are doing all of this, Tamina and Lancaster pull up with the entourage.
She's still got the blood smeared across her face, looking slightly maniacal. Missed a hell of a party, Lancaster.
As soon as he gets out of the car. Oh, good.
Tamina's, you got a little something?
Like, no.
Like a
Like,
little something.
oh,
A little
yeah,
something.
there,
Yeah,
there.
there we go.
There you go.
Little decorum here. Okay.
So, coming up to the guy with the ball of
Yuck or
ether
yum.
and the rag.
She's the good cop too.
No, I'm
No,
not.
she's the bad cop.
I'm the bad cop.
He doesn't need to know. Come on.
Oh no, I already said it out loud.
Play with.
You're all bad cops. Seriously?
So here's how this is gonna roll, kid. Sit down. Shut up. You want to be alive when I'm done? Sit down and shut up.
Fine.
I'm assuming he's been fully disarmed.
Yeah, he plops his butt down in the middle of the asphalt.
Checking for boot knives.
No, that would have been done. Trini's smart, unlike us.
Yeah. That's why she's the that's why she's the
Who
church.
hit her?
That would be the one that you guys already drained.
Oh, good. What'd you do?
I just guarded the door.
What else did you do? Because obviously, you wouldn't be just a door sitter. They could get any monkey for that.
Well, this monkey doesn't do that to anybody, even if they are a blank body.
Hear from the car. She wasn't a blank body, you asshat. She was human.
He pales.
So I'm going to ask you again. What did you do? How did you get into this pile?
And to drive the point home, I'm going to open the back door. Sit up, Cassandra. So he sees two of us, but one of them's beat to hell. She's human.
I told them that at some point something like this shit was gonna happen.
Well,
They
they
didn't
picked
believe me.
the wrong little girl.
Her eyes are finally turning away from green and starting to go back to blue.
I got flushed out of the army a couple of years ago. Damage. I wanted to go ahead and continue on. They wouldn't let me. Ignatius Pharmaceuticals contacted me because I had some skills. They wanted me to join in, start training people. And then they started giving me some booster shots of something. I don't know what it was, but it worked. I was not in pain any longer. I was able to actually do my frickin' job for once. It was awesome.
They happened to tell you what it was?
No, I didn't want to ask either. It was too good.
First that's free.
And
And they had stories. And they showed me information. They showed me things. And it was provable. And all of a sudden, I figured out that the entire world was not at all what they told me. Not at all what anybody told me what it was. And I found out about you people.
And we're not the worst things that are out there.
Nope.
And
There's been, the last few years, talk of a recruitment situation to figure out how to make the best super soldier out of them all.
It's always about the fucking super soldiers.
I was there just to make sure that I got the right people, to get them out to where they needed to go and start getting trained.
So, did they ever offer you a chance to be the super soldier, or are you just a fetch boy for them?
That's what the serum was for. I was the first level of first testing subjects.
How do you feel about daylight?
I'm not afraid of it. I can walk out in daylight, no problem.
Anything weird happened since they gave you your injections?
Faster, stronger. I heal pretty much overnight.
Storyteller? The colonel that I talked with is Robertson, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, you have all these new benefits from their serum.
Yeah.
Did they tell you what some of us can do
Yeah.
without it being derogatory of killing?
I mean, kinda. They told us the serum was a extrapolation of what they were able to manufacture, the equivalents of what you guys could do.
So have you stopped to think that maybe they were giving you a serum that turns you into a lighter form of one of us?
You're one of Robertson's boys, aren't you?
Fuck me.
Okay, kiddo, you are not going to like this, but we need to continue this conversation. But not here.
There's going to be
We-
fire soon.
There is fire.
There is fire. Yes.
We will take you somewhere where we can have you be safe and not hurt, and you can have this conversation. We can even get Colonel Robertson on the phone. If you want.
He's gone. I mean, he's
Who
gone.
do you think helped?
Trying to help you guys.
However, for your safety and ours, we're going to have a non-disclosure moment. Ether rag.
Okay.
I was going to say Cloud memory and mesmerizing, but okay, either works.
Yeah, it's,
Ether works too. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
That's what Dominate is for.
This is all fine.
Yes, but I don't have any of those.
We do.
I'm just happy for what I'm hearing from you. This is so appropriate.
Just as
very
just as you
Vontrue of
do
you.
that, an entire bank of windows suddenly explodes outwards.
Son of a fucking bitch.
All right, before we
Bloody
roll
hell.
out of here, did we find Gregor or not?
No.
Not seen it.
I look around, see if any Dustborn are around.
No, not that you can see.
We searched through all the cars, and regrettably, they all kind of look alike to me. So I didn't see Gregor amongst them.
I doubt they'd have put him in the car because he was collaborating with the enemy.
Ah.
What did you do with the ones you found?
We're trying to get them to someplace better to fix them up. Whatever it is.
Pull out my phone, scroll through my list of buildings,
Okay.
find one of the ones that's hardened.
Yeah, I give that information to Tamina, and she's kind of arranging transport.
I'll text it to Mina. Safe place to put them. You may want to keep a guard on them just in case there's any brainwashing.
Cool.
Send her that and send her the access codes.
Okay.
And I would like to have a conversation with Mr. Ignatius.
Not here.
Not here, of course. No bullying explosions and everything.
Well,
No,
and also,
okay.
he's currently taking a nap with God and Ether Money.
I noticed a pattern. So I assume everything happened with equal grace.
This was more graceful.
Ah, okay. Well, either way,
The other one brought in Gehenna.
I have some paperwork I need him to sign.
Yeah,
Waiting for
he's
that to click.
right now. I think he's dreaming and conversing with God.
That's usually what works.
Yeah, she's real pissed at him.
Yeah.
Or at least his conception of.
Trinisa comes around from the one side of the building, soot covered, holding Gregor
Oh, thank God. Is he alive? I assume he's alive.
over her shoulder.
Oh, good.
Well, that doesn't mean alive. That just means over.
Oh,
her
fireman's
shoulder.
carry?
Fireman carry over her shoulder.
If he was dead, she wouldn't bother.
We should probably
go.
We should
Yeah,
scarf her.
we should
Yeah.
go.
We need to leg it
We need
now.
to leg it now.
Everybody pack up, because, I mean, how long is that blackout going to last? That you
Not much
arranged?
longer, probably.
What's your GTFO?
Shit, go now.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going.
So pick up Ether Bunny Boy.
Tie him up.
I'm up.
Put him in a
Pop him in
separate
the-
car.
Yep.
Put him in the boot.
Exactly. Where
No, that's where Meyer goes.
We wanted to wake up and be,
Oh,
aware of something.
okay, that's fair. That's
Our,
fair.
our magnanimity.
Yeah, there you go.
So Trinisa goes ahead and pops Gregor into the front of her Jeep, looks around. All right, I'm taking him over to my bug out station to go ahead and take care of him.
Deprogram that.
I will meet up with you probably in a couple hours after he's safely installed.
We're going to drop these yahoos off and then tower.
Okay.
George,
Yes, sir.
could you contact my lawyer and have them draw up the typical merger and acquisition paperwork?
Ah, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
I love it.
Okay. So,
Welcome to your wheelhouse.
right. No problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. All
That's
right.
the sunlight of my life.
So, since I'm driving my car, now that I'm amazingly calm,
Much better than you were.
oh yeah,
Thanks.
I'm going to drive to 627.
Okay.
I'm going to take Mr. Mayor in his ether bunnied state, put him in the same room we put the Famori in.
Very nice.
You do get to push buttons this time.
Oh, you get push buttons this
Okay.
time? You're going to teach me?
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'll show you how to do it.
Very
Dickon.
nice. Okay.
No. I need him conscious.
Oh, he will be.
You will be when
But I need him able to sign paperwork.
He will be.
Okay, all right. then you can have all the fun you want.
There you go.
And so I'm like, you want to ride with me then?
Right.
So we'll go drop him off at 627, strap him down, do the needful, as it were,
Okay.
and then lock him in place.
Sure. All right. So that takes about, I would say, probably about a half an hour to get out there. Another 15 to 20 minutes to get them completely installed.
Probably getting close to dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recommend that you guys probably go ahead and find a place to bunker down for the night.
Bunk down at 627, but before we do, I'm going to send a follow-up story to the kidnapping one that I planted,
Okay.
stating that while details are still forthcoming, authorities report that Alexandra von Dark has been located and recovered,
Okay.
Successfully.
but is currently being treated for her injuries.
Okay. You do find that it is bumped. The following evening when you wake up, it is bumped basically to page 3.
I'm fine with that.
Because page 1 is the gigantic fire in northwest Portland, which took out the historic printing press building that had been there and up until several years ago with the advent of the pandemic had been the main location for quite a number of publications in the area. And most of the
Dark Horse is going to hate us.
yeah,
Are
they're
they still publishing?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
lucky.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So this was mostly news, but the Street Roots was one of them that was using that particular one for it, so they had to go ahead and move elsewhere.
We should probably find them a new home.
So in the meantime, so now that you've all woken up, go ahead and roll a rouse check for me, please.
I'm still at 0.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm fucked.
Why'd you roll 2? You only need to roll 1.
No, because I'm at 2 hunger right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm
didn't pass any of 'em.
Now I'm at 3 hunger.
I would recommend that you take care of that before you decide to go
Yes.
ahead and do anything with anyone.
Yes. Yes. Before you
Might
let
be a
me
bit peckish there.
before you let me talk to people. Okay. Well, where did I go to ground? I'm probably still wearing the same Same shit I was the night before because yeah. So I've got a hole in the back of my turtleneck from where I got stabbed in the kidneys.
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully. Thank you, Fortitude.
There you go.
You can't lick the blood off your clothes.
I know.
No,
Well, it's my own
it won't
blood
work,
anyway.
and it's your own blood.
Yeah.
So, who are you going to?
Oh God, who's
This
close?
Your charm is not good.
Out of
is
shit,
gone
out of
Yeah, good.
flew the coop, as it were.
Good.
Back to
No,
London.
I don't want her
There's always Vuber.
around. Huh?
There's
There's
always
always
Vuber.
Vuber.
Uther eats.
Vuber.
Uther eats,
Yes,
yes.
Uther eats. Okay.
Are you aware with it enough to realize that those are options?
I don't know. 3 hunger. Am I aware of it?
I mean, you are smart
lawyer
enough,
with
and you have experience enough in the last year here with your friends to know that there are options out there for you. Whether you are capable of waiting for said options is a different matter entirely.
Yes, that's the question. Yes.
You do need to. Where was it that you went to bed?
Where did I end up going?
We were suggesting everybody meet up at the tower. So you have a room there.
True. Did I make it there in time? Yes. No. Let's.
That's right, because you took your motorcycle, didn't you?
I did not make it there in time.
So
You're
it's your
just shit
place.
luck, period.
So yep. Yeah. No, my place is in Lloyd.
That would have been closer than the tower.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So yeah. So who is nearby? Although I mean I've got some.
I mean, colleges in the neighborhood.
there's a couple. There's a local college in Lloyd District. There's also
Is that Reed?
actually the Lloyd Center has actually reopened with an evening bazaar 3 nights a week. So
Does it happen to be tonight?
I'll go ahead and roll 2 percentage dice for me.
Okay.
Pick your tens.
Oh, actually, here. There we go.
There you go.
Tens and ones. I got a 65%.
Yes, it is
Okay.
open.
Phew. Okay. Yes, obviously I'm out of my combat clothing tonight,
Okay,
so some fairly nice.
which is good
Snarly.
because it's one of the things about the Lloyd Center, small businesses who want to go ahead and rent there, they do have to be a little bit more on the posh side to go ahead and afford the rent there, So
Okay, so Lloyd is not
a little more gentrification than you might
Okay.
normally go ahead and expect. So a little bougie.
Your neighborhood?
Oh, good, yes, but not posh. All right. That's
No, they're just kind of bougie.
okay.
Bougie.
Bougie. Okay.
They're bougie.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to say that anymore around my child.
What bougie?
I just
Yeah.
love the accent you threw on.
Bougie. Bougie. All right.
Bless your bougie heart.
Oh, bless your bougie.
I'm also not allowed to say yeet. Yeet has been yeeted out the window,
Oh, you can't.
apparently.
Yeet
And
got yeeted, huh?
And it's totally cringe.
Oh dear. Pulled that one on you, huh? All right.
Let's everybody say how old we are now.
All right. So for tonight's dining experience,
Yes.
taking a page out of
Would you like to smell the neck?
Mr. Harris.
Made in Oregon for a bouquet. This one has subtle blackberry.
Fucking hate all of you. I just, oh god.
Subtle blackberry flavors with notes of hickory. And a slight
Merry
citrus aftertaste. What? Oh.
Good married.
A lot of hipster IPA.
Oh yes, there we go. All right.
Oh,
my
okay,
God.
we're de-stressing.
Yes. All right. Who's okay? So yes. So suit shirt, suit shirt, button-down shirt,
Okay.
pencil skirt, sensible heels.
All
I
right.
can still walk around.
Kittens.
Kittens, yes. There you go. Yes. And who takes notice?
Well, you got a couple of Let me go ahead here. Give me
The security
Center.
guard.
Lloyd Center. I mean,
Let's,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Who
Center
doesn't
in the
notice?
Spring.
Yes, who doesn't notice?
Springtime in Lloyd Center.
For Elisa.
Oh my gosh, don't get us copyright struck.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. Something tells me that Mel Brooks probably be like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, probably. So you get a couple people actually who kind of eyeball you as you're going past. There's a younger woman, probably in her mid-20s or so, looks very bookish, possibly local. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was really? Really?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Way
Anyway,
to steal my thunder, man. Thanks.
No, get to the side.
dude.
Dude.
So,
Okay, is the Barnes & Noble still open at Lloyd?
no,
Or did they close?
no,
Okay.
they're everything
Ah, too
pretty
bad.
much that has been a large chain has closed at Lloyd.
Ah, too bad.
But there is a small offshoot of Powell's Books that have opened up with a small little cafe there, and she happens to go ahead and be there. Looks like she's probably a graduate student of some sort. You have a type.
I do. Yeah, I like the studenty types. Yeah, it helps. It's a good place to hunt.
There you
Another
go.
sign that she's
All
young.
right.
She has a type.
I have a type. Yes.
Type.
She only have one type.
All right.
The kind of blood.
We'll play this good. Order up a cup of tea. Is this seat taken?
Oh no, go right ahead, please.
Thank you.
See, she's reading Rachmaninoff,
Lovely.
which is odd because Rachmaninoff is
Yeah, is a
Music.
classical composer.
yeah, but
Interesting.
it's the life and times thereof.
Oh, it's a biography. Very good, very good. Let me see. What do I have in front of me? I have. Sponsor us, please, Economist magazine.
There you go. Okay,
Spending too much time with Lancaster.
right, a little bit. So she is sitting there. She's sipping a latte, reading the life and times of Rachmaninoff, and she keeps eyeballing you out of the corner of her eye.
No need to be shy. Okay, this. No need to be shy, darling. Yes, I've got I'm doing my
You're doing your posh
my posh
accent.
West End accent.
Oh,
yes,
lovely. All
yes,
right.
my Jamie St Andrews persona tonight.
And she's. Oh, you're from the UK then?
That is correct. Yes, I'm from a lovely little town just outside of London called Reading. I don't expect you've ever heard of it.
I haven't actually, but I've
yes.
always wanted to go to the UK. I haven't been able to make it there yet.
Oh, you should. It's one of those once in a lifetime experiences that everyone should at least experience once.
That sounds about right. I've been to France, and I managed to go ahead and make my way through Sweden and Norway, but haven't actually been able to go past that. Unfortunately, my time in Europe was cut short. Unfortunately, so
Oh, that's terrible.
well, needs must.
Would it be untoward of me to ask what led you there? And
University, actually. I spent a semester up in over in Germany for a little bit.
Lovely.
Then ended up over at in Denmark. Went up into Sweden to visit. Eventually, on my way back, I spent a semester in Paris.
lovely. And what courses of study have you been engaged in?
I am a musical conductor school.
Oh, a musician. How lovely.
Well, not a musician as such, rudimentary at best, but I do very well at maintaining the control of an orchestra. So,
Well then, definitely London should be your next stop. The Royal Albert Hall. Simply a marvel of engineering, of acoustical engineering.
I have definitely heard of such. Yeah, it's on my to-do list. Hopefully, in the next probably year or so, I should get more funding through so I can finish my master's degree.
Lovely. And I have completely forgotten my manners. How dreadfully terrible. Jamie St Andrews. And you are?
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Yes. My name is Christina.
Christina
Antoine.
Antoine. Oh, lovely.
Your hunger's going, I don't care what her
Yeah,
name
probably. Well, I know. I am trying desperately hard to not just attack her over the table, although that would be kind of hot.
She does seem to. She is actually a little more relaxed now that she actually knows your name, and you seem to be, much more interested in what she's doing rather than trying to.
Just pick her up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So.
There's a trick to these kind of games.
Yes, but your hunger's hungry.
Yeah,
know
it
that.
is.
Hungry.
Yes.
Hunger doesn't care about small talk.
In the back of your head, you hear just fucking get her home, for God's sake.
Yes, that southern twat of a beast.
Should have called Lancaster. He would have had it done quicker.
Jesus.
That would be cheating. That would be cheating.
Not
If you'd have
cheating,
called
it's
Alexander, she'd have called
hurried
Fluffy,
up.
who would have gotten you more twins to play with.
Oh, yes. The forbidden twins.
I hear the
Anyway.
Lannisters are available.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes, I
So-
was going to say, yeah. I don't mean to sound forward, but I was wondering if I might get your opinion on something. I recently acquired a lovely 78 of Tosca.
Really?
Yes, I don't know if you would be interested. I know we've only just met, and I'm dreadfully afraid of sounding so forward, but I would very much love to get your opinion on the quality of the recording.
I'd love to.
Brilliant.
Of course.
All right.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
So about 45 minutes, hour later, you get her back to your place, and some
Yes, yeah.
bad 70s porn music going
Yep.
on.
All right.
The quality of the 78 is only as good as the needle on your record player.
Oh, I know.
True.
Okay.
She'd
just,
know.
just take 1 point from her this time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So you're still
then
down to 2.
I'm still down to 2, and now
But it's now at least a little bit more manageable.
now it's a little more manageable, and now I'm thinking, oh shit, Fluffy.
And then you also need to get to the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to get to the tower.
Get it. I'm pretty sure you've gotten a text at some point from Trinisa. Where are you?
Distracted by a side hustle. Be there in a sec.
Good God.
Upon waking up, I'm going to go into the one of the spare rooms and check on Cassandra and see how she's doing.
Okay. She's. Girl's still looking rough. She's a little better. You did go ahead and, as I remember from last episode, you did give her
2 points worth.
2 points worth. So she is still bruised, but is looking a lot better. Exhausted as all fuck. But the bruising seems to be healing quite quickly.
Are you up to doing an interview? Now that you've been rescued from your captors?
Yeah, I mean, I should be good. Give me a good meal, and I should be able to do that.
What do you want?
Well, I mean, I got the gold card. I can go anywhere.
Oh, darn, I thought you were going to say something else. Yes, well,
Noise from down the hall. We'll order it for you from Zanzibar. Keeps
Oh
going.
my goodness. You and your friends.
I think she's expecting me to fuck you gently. I don't know, but that's between us later. Anyway,
Been there, done that. It's
yeah,
good.
Yes, thank you. Likewise. So, what I'll do then is I'll call John over at Coin and set something up.
Okay.
And while we're waiting for everybody else to show up, she and I are just going to start discussing, getting our story straight so that she knows what to say.
Okay.
And I call John and make the arrangement.
Cool.
All right. Take,
She,
take Christina home in
Okay.
the sidecar of that massive World War II motorcycle.
Which she absolutely oozes all over.
Of course she is.
Stop
Am
that.
I cleaning up fluids after this?
Very probably.
Oh, God. All right. And then whenever I get to the coin tower, I was like, okay, yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay.
And text, I'm here. Be up in a sec.
All right.
About effing time.
Seduction takes time, love.
Feeding takes seconds.
For once, I agree with the get.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
You get a text message from George, who lets you know that he's gotten the paperwork back from your tax man. Everything is in order, sir. If
Excellent.
you'd like, I can go ahead and drop those by in about 15 minutes.
That'd be perfect.
Yes, sir.
Most appreciated.
Where are you, sir?
Oh, coin tower.
Okay. Not a problem, sir. So he'll be on his way. Everybody else has arrived. And Trinisa and Tamina both walk in respectively together, although not together as far as you guys
We're
can
working
tell.
on that.
Well, we ship that though.
That's fair.
I'm trying to reship it.
And Tamina does not have any of her deputies with her, and the sheriffs are not there either, or the deputy sheriffs are not there either. So it's just the two of them.
Are the deputies out and about doing business?
Deputies are out and about doing business. Zephyr and Isan are actually handling the relocation and care and
Of
Okay.
the survivors.
recovery of
that.
the survivors,
I was going to ask about that.
and trying to figure out what is happening, what they're going to do with the survivors.
And I've got some questions. Oh yes.
I'm going, while I'm going to send a text to Australia. Absolutely wonderful to have you at the party last night. Sounds like you had a blast. Any chance you or any of our visitors from across the river recovered records? Question mark.
Takes about 20-30 minutes. You get the feeling she was probably checking with others. Sends back a message. No records, just an awful lot of broken necks.
We'll have to do it again sometime. Big old smiley face with fangs.
Nice.
What-
Always.
what-
Parties are always so much more fun with you.
What do we owe them?
Oh, no.
We
no.
don't. She had a good time. We don't know
She had
shit.
a good time, plus she and I just picked up season tickets to the opera. We're good.
This is the ministry. I don't trust snakes.
I got her. She and I are going to start doing opera again. Miss the theater too much.
Now that you can go again, yeah.
So,
Did you, by any chance, grab any records?
No, I was too busy with ether.
Thought so.
I was too busy covering your ass.
I'm not the one who got stabbed.
No,
In
but
fact,
you
I
weren't-
came out of it uninjured.
Yeah, but you weren't exactly paying attention either.
Oh, I was totally paying attention. Why do you think I didn't
You,
get
know,
stabbed?
you were focusing in on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
was
I
it?
dodged multiple flashbangs.
Trinisa sighs. There weren't any records to be gotten, I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
sure. At least not from that particular area. I'm pretty sure that was just a holding location.
Staging pen.
Probably. And a convenient one at that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't happen to get anything from the paperwork that you guys recovered from the... Trains.
Manifests of people, where they were going, probably GPS coordinates, but most of the paperwork that I found was in code of some kind. Probably one of these guys can translate it for us, but in all honesty, I have my guys looking into, or I think I gave the coordinates to Nima. If not, here.
Okay.
So,
And Tamina goes ahead and takes a look at them. She's like, that's weird. I know this coordinate.
okay.
That's Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Ye fucking huh?
Florida.
I think our work here is done.
Oh, hardly.
I'm just thinking if it's all in Florida, that's an over there problem.
Florida man infests everything.
That's what I'm saying. It's the easiest way to cover stuff up.
Why
We
hasn't
need
it,
to
why
warn
hasn't
the
it sunk
Florida
into the
cam.
sea yet? That's what I want to know.
We need to warn the Florida cam that the SI's got a base in their midst.
Or at least they're transferring things over there.
Yeah.
What else is in Fort Lauderdale?
Rich Pratt's.
Go
Southern
ahead and
Pratt's.
roll a, let's see here. Intelligence and finance.
Okay. Should I add my... Nah, it's not my financial influence really doesn't have any matter here. So intelligence plus finance. That comes up with 4 successes.
You remember the discussion regarding Celerity Corp. Their board of directors has an office in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, well, Fort Lauderdale is where Celerity Corp has their corporate offices.
Well, one of them.
Then
One
we
of them.
definitely need to warn the tower.
That sounds so surprising coming from you, but okay.
I'm not anti-cam, Lancaster.
You just sound
I'm
like
anti-standard cam. And even that's not so much anti as I think things can be improved. That which does not adapt with time dies.
I'm a traditionalist.
I
I can
understand
understand your
that.
differences. So then, at that point, yeah, I think I should go ahead and get on the wire.
Okay.
I'll start using my...
Make sure they know who's telling them.
Oh, of course. No worries.
All of us.
Oh, that.
Not just you.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, all right then. I'll include your names.
We'll send a video file.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do that too.
Allie,
Yeah.
make sure.
So, what I'll do is I will sort of take out a special pen, sort of handwrite a note. Very, very detailed information of what's going on.
Why don't you type that up?
It means more.
Traditionalist, remember?
It means more, right?
He
So
doesn't know how to turn on the computer.
that's not entirely accurate, but
It's only partly accurate.
yeah, it's just
He's got people for that.
He does at least know what the power button looks like.
you've seen my my weakness, but no, actually, the reason why we do things like this, and as I write, I'm thinking very harsh and condemning things against things like the Sabbat and the Anarchs, and
course.
I'll write down all the details that we have, and of course sign this.
And conveniently forget that La Sombra turned up and that we don't actually owe the ministry.
He doesn't know the La Sombra showed up. He doesn't know.
I didn't
that's
see
right.
them.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
And
Yeah.
besides, La Sombra are completely welcome in the Camarilla since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. So, of course, blah, 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 this and that and the other thing, and making sure that everything's detailed out.
Leave
and,
out Estrella.
Oh, no, I'm not going to include the ministry in this conversation. And now that I've thought about it, I have to start over again. Take out another piece of paper.
You know, if we type this up in a word processor,
No, there's a reason, and I'll give you the reason here in a second.
Given that they know we are in the process of rebuilding whatever we're going to be, we should probably all sign it.
Absolutely, that's what I was going to do here. Just thinking nasty thoughts about the Sabbat, about
and the Anarchs.
about the ministry.
While he's doing that, I'm opening up a secure browser
Okay.
and using one of my dummy emails, dropping a line to Mr. Walker,
Okay.
thanking him for his unofficial assistance.
Okay.
And then as I complete this long-winded and very word-filled, sign
And highly detailed,
Yes, the undersigned Council of Portland, Oregon. and I'll sign my name, nice John Hancock, right in the middle of everything.
There you go.
Great,
then
great, big, massive
If you would be
signature.
so kind as to
Right.
review it.
I'm
For
glad
any-
you'll let me read it before you make me sign it.
Yeah, of course. No, you have
No,
to read
no
it.
contract foolery here.
No. This is merely a statement of fact. And if you could sign that, I would appreciate it. In any means that you find appropriate for yourself.
No, I'm not
No,
signing
no,
it
no,
in
no, no.
blood.
I would not
No,
recommend
do
that.
that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Remember who you're
I
signing it
know
to.
better.
With an uncle like yours.
Just because she's signing in blood doesn't mean that she's signing it with her blood.
Well, that's true.
A valid point,
is-
but they would check that.
And,
From everything
and
I've seen.
speaking of,
Oh, as soon as you get that done, please pass it along to the others so that they might review and.
Pen.
Oh, no, wait, not this one. No, you got to use your own. That's
that's a
You're
special,
assuming I have one.
that's a special penis. I mean pen.
Reach into the
the pe-
pocket,
the-
pull out another pen.
The pen.
The pen is.
The
Hand it
pen
over.
is right here.
And then, of course, pass the pen around if the others need one.
Oh my goodness
I'll take
gracious.
the penis right here, Alex.
Oh goodness gracious.
No, I'll leave that part out. All right, here you go.
Go through, go over it, read it, make
Now,
sure.
The reason for this is maybe you'll come to understand sometime in the future, and maybe as you already understand, is that impressions can be left behind. And with the speed at which we can move such a letter to Fort Lauderdale, those on the other end will be able to touch it and understand the impressions that are left behind.
Which is why you need to be very deliberate into what you're thinking as you read, write, and sign. I will go ahead
I still say a
and
quick text would have done it, but okay.
Not with these
I
people.
don't know about too much
Victor's
about
got the
computers,
most
but
experience with CAM. So I'm going to let him write addendums and clarifications on things that he didn't know,
Okay.
thinking the appropriate thoughts,
Sure.
putting in the appropriate flowery language, something that might actually impress Lancaster when he sees it, that it's capable,
Okay.
and then signing it full name,
Okay.
hand it over to her.
Do the same with my 2 pips.
Signing it my full name, not Victor's.
Yes, yes, your fault,
Good
yes.
idea. You get confused otherwise.
Yeah, all right, yeah, do this. Yeah, do the same. Take the time, and with my 2 pips in etiquette, because because of course I do. Yes, and add in anything that I think they may need to know. Conveniently leaving out the part that I got stabbed in the fucking kidneys.
but you just thought about it?
Yeah, that so no. It's like no, they don't. No, hold on, they erase that. They
That
don't
doesn't
need to,
work.
They don't
It
need
doesn't.
to. They don't need to know I got stabbed in the kidney. So forget that.
Too late.
That's
They now
there
know.
forever now.
It's indelible.
Of course, somewhere on the other end, I think they're going to be. Why are there 7 people with 4 signatures?
This is so weird.
7. Try closer to 14 at this rate.
Going through. Yes, that's what do we
Nodding
got
and
here?
smiling at this.
Well,
point.
when one of them signing is Malkavian,
That should.
Sort of
that should solve the
expected.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice, tidy signature because of course I do.
Okay.
The Nos is the only one who didn't add to it. And that's probably the smarter plan.
Of course, I'll take it, fold it up, put it into a nice envelope.
You're gonna put a wax seal on it, aren't you? You got a little signet ring and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, please. Yeah, George.
Yes, sir.
And
Opens the drawer, pulls out her own ring, puts it on.
a little bit of red wax. And
There you go.
do you guys have
Stamp, not
seals?
the ring.
Do you have seals? Okay. Or does your thumbprint enough?
And she's got the little
I
Japanese
am
stamping.
not giving them my thumbprint.
Oh, fair. Okay. Oh, look, I just got into the habit. So,
Yeah, I don't remember either, but you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Right. Yeah.
Sit it there, let it do its little weight thing. Next.
Nice little purple and silver swirled wax.
George, while they're
Yes,
doing
sir.
the thing, can you get the courier over here as quickly as possible with the diplomatic attaché?
Yes, sir. No problem.
And handing after I do my little wax seal on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Do we need to get you a seal, darling?
Apparently.
You're a fucking Tremere. Why don't you have a seal?
The whole. You see this?
Yeah.
This-
You're a Tremere.
This.
Alex! She's still a baby.
You're still
Speaking
learning.
of.
Got it.
Reaching out.
Why?
We're going to be taking a break in a minute anyway. Just leave it.
Oh my God.
There's a whole lot of notes going around this classroom today.
It is the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay! Okay.
You do,
I
Oh,
don't-
as you guys notice around there's an interesting little aspect about the seal of Lancaster. Of course, it's a typical Ventru seal.
Of course.
But
Of course.
Around the edges of it, there seems to be like a Latin phrase. There's something along the lines of
My penis is mighty.
no, more along the
Orbis non
lines of,
sufficit?
I believe the correct wording would be something along the lines of. Hold on for a second.
Washiman? What?
Something along the lines of. Who's the guy who created the Camarilla?
Oh, right.
Hardestadt?
Hardestadt. So it's something along the lines of Six Semper Hardestadt. So
oh, God.
yeah.
Well, at
Okay.
least it's not, you know.
She'll roll,
I'm just
I'll roll
gonna-
my eyes when I see that and go,
There's actually a Roman numeral there too.
Yeah.
That's like basically it's just a Roman numeral of 6.
At least it's not as, fortitudinous vincimus.
I'm just gonna doodle a little cartoon character. That's my seal.
There you go. Oh, my God.
the baby.
Janisa looks at that, just looks over, pulls out her own.
Sheriff should sign it.
Actually, is there a ritual for that? Actually, I know there. Actually,
And
there
hers is actually
Yeah,
on
it's called
her
blood
keychain,
contract.
and it's
No,
on
no,
a
no, no.
swivel head.
Actually,
So
there is.
she twists it out. Like anybody got? Oh, good. All right. Bring me that candle over here.
Oh,
What
do
color
you
you
need
want?
sealing wax? I have sealing wax. George.
I got sealing wax.
Oh.
I just need to have the melting pot for it.
Okay, cool.
Puts it together, pours out blue and silver, presses hers down.
I don't think the Scourge needs to sign. I mean, maybe she does, but I don't think she's
Well,
recorded.
as
Unless
a
she's
lawful member of the Camarilla, I believe that.
right, but it's coming from the council primarily. The sheriff was overseeing the operation.
Well, I would consider Tanima the local representative.
I'm fine with Tamina
yeah,
signing
of,
it. That's
of
fine.
the Banahaw
That's
Cube.
true. That's true. She would be considered the local.
To me, it's
Just-
like, I don't have a seal.
Do you want one?
Well, it's maybe just holding it for a moment and thinking pleasant thoughts would be great.
I'm a walrus, cuckoo, cuckoo.
All right. Now they know who it is.
I am he as we are she.
Bullshit ton of Eggman.
You get your phone goes off. George almost drops it. Sir,
Hello?
it's Evelyn.
Oh, nice to hear from you.
What is going on over there?
Listening in.
We're handling an issue with the Second Inquisition. If you've heard
Still?
anything. No, not any longer. It's almost done.
Really?
Yeah. These kind of things take time.
You need to get it done. I told you to get it done. I told you last month to get it done. You said you were going to get it done. You said you had it all blocked up. You said everything was fine. You said it was completely done.
I'm
What
listening
is
very
taking
intently.
so long?
Talk to the people in Fort Lauderdale. So. Siblings.
And I thought I had a fucked up family.
No, you're
At
fine.
least you've got family.
Yeah, my.
Oh, yeah. Let's look at who the family I got is. Yeah.
You know what?
I like
take
your
Alex
uncle.
over her any day.
Yeah, I like your uncle. He can be a bit of a twat, but I like him.
No, everything in moderation. But
Especially
yes,
Evelyn.
So, George, yes, yeah, especially Evelyn. George, if you could get that to the courier so they can hike it over to Fort Lauderdale as quickly as possible.
Yes, sir. And here's the paperwork, sir.
Oh, thank you. Funk.
Should we take a break at that point then?
Yes, I think at this point
Yep.
this is a great time to take a break, so we will be back in about 10 minutes. welcome back to Knights of Faded Roses, episode 12, the two-parter series finale, season finale
It's a
rather.
series finale.
We're done. Damn it. No, season finale, and
You're
we
dead now,
were getting ready to do some housekeeping, as it were, and having some heart-to-hearts. Some interesting little heart-to-hearts.
Heart to soul in one case.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus.
Yes. Oh,
That's
yes.
right. So, you installed him at 627?
Yep.
Okay. So, are you guys going to all head over there? Who's going where?
Who wants to go with us to 627?
And this is where I get to press buttons, right?
Maybe.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm in.
Listen, I still have another hunger I need to deal with, so.
Luther eats.
Yes.
Fluffy!
Oh. Is this going to be from the tap, or is this going to be bottled?
I don't know. It'll probably be bottled because it'll be fast.
If you want bottled, we can do bottled.
We don't even have to call Luther for that.
Yeah, we don't have to call for that one.
At this juncture, we're going to go with expediency.
Okay.
Then you need to talk to her.
All right.
Haven't you
be
learned not
careful.
to take anything I give you
I said,
yet?
Yeah, I was
just be
gonna say,
careful
yeah.
to look at the label first.
Yeah, I don't trust anything she gives me, even if I give it myself.
All right, I'm going to reach into my back stock
Okay.
Well,
All right.
and give her enough to
I just need one.
set her back down to 1.
The fact that the two of you would assume that I would keep that particular stuff here.
Not necessarily that particular stuff, but there's other stuff you have. I mean,
Like I would.
Yes,
you're a
Jonathan.
party
Jonathan.
girl. Come on.
I remember Jonathan all too well. Thank you very much. Is he still talking to Puff?
No?
Okay.
Not today.
Daddy, maybe.
Remember, he's still a little bitch who's upset because he doesn't get to, hire people.
It's true.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go with us to
I'll go.
talk to God? Or to be God?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to go. Is everybody riding together, or are we going to ride separate?
You're right together.
Yeah.
Okay. We have an Escalade. We'll travel.
Okay.
Have Escalade. We'll travel.
So, you guys go ahead and head out to southeast.
Do I get to play with the?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Yeah.
I get to play with the radio, right?
Sure.
Cool. You're stuck listening to Tom Waits' "God's Away on Business."
Oh my gosh.
Hack the radio.
I'm gonna sneak in one song. I'm gonna fire up some Falling in Reverse. Watch the world burn.
There you go. All right. That's fair.
It could be worse. I could play voices in my head.
This modern music is always a little.
Until suddenly you hear another brick in the wall, part 2.
Dear Lord.
And then we hand control back over to you.
Keep this up, and you'll be stuck listening to the Mikado all weekend.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, actually, I have no problem with Rogers and Hammerstein.
Ugh.
3 little girls from school are we?
Actually.
No, I'm not in that mood.
Let's get down to. Oh wait, no, wait, that's
That's
sorry.
Different. That's a different musical.
We
yeah.
just went through that. Stop
Yes,
that.
we did.
Yes.
Yeah, have a little handle.
Stop
There you
trying to get us copyright struck, guys.
Handle. Handle's
We're
good.
making money.
Yes. Handel is good. Yes.
All right. So it takes about 25-30 minutes to go ahead and get from downtown out to outer northeast. You arrive there, go into the sub-basement, close everything down, and walk your way through. Double thumb it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some minor, really quick, just a quick repatch of a couple things.
Okay.
And when we walk into the observation room, Lancaster has this big shiny red button that he can look at.
Aww.
Oh,
This is the button you get to push. It's really simple. You just
Well, yeah, button pressing, I understand.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
We did put them in separate rooms, right?
We did.
Okay. Because we kill off one, I want to be able to talk together.
There you go.
But now
So
don't you-
who are you chatting with first?
I'm gonna go check on Mr.
The lackey or the...
yeah, the Mookermeyer.
Meyer. I'm gonna go talk to Oscar and
Well, there goes that one.
since he's been on all sorts of
Baloney?
happy intravenous visitations. I'm gonna, tell him that the voice of God is here to speak with him. His
Okay.
eyes are covered.
All right.
Okay, Metatron.
Can you do Alan Rickman?
Not very well.
Well, that's almost Snape. Almost.
All right. So he is laying there on the bed, strapped down. His eyes are covered.
But under them, he's probably like, the colors.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you get the sense he's probably been. What exactly did you go ahead and feed to him over the last 24 hours?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
An empty stomach.
Yeah, on an empty stomach.
Well, yeah, but we're feeding him a lot. We're
Intravenous.
Well, you got an
intravenous
IV drip,
him.
yeah.
So he's getting,
Lactate
what he needs to
ringers.
stay alive. Yeah, lactate ringers. Whatever concoction you like to throw at him.
I don't know, he's high enough on his own.
A little more psychoactives never hurt.
Well, just a little of that truth serum I always hear people talking about.
No, sodium pentothal?
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Scopolamine was apparently even more effective.
Oh, I love scope patches.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you have any?
Yes.
You're like, wait.
Wait.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
They're a great anti-nausea thing.
Also, occasionally an anti-friend thing, depending on who's a friend.
Okay, I just wanted to call him Oscar. What was his real name?
Robert.
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 Yes, Robert.
Thank you. Hello, Robert. Are you with us?
Who is that?
This is the voice of doom.
I consider me your guardian angel.
Well, you're new.
Well, unfortunately, with everything that's been going on lately and the wars that are being fought, we needed to assign some new folks. And I am the first one.
And you see him nod his head. It's like, yes, the war is definitely being fought hard. So much, so many people being lost in this world.
Yes, it is very sad, but you have been doing what you need to do quite well.
Thank you. I've tried to explain to them that this is God's work. We need to do God's work to share the love, to share the understanding that God has for how wayward the world has come, that they don't always listen.
Well, I'm sure one of them will be coming soon to talk to you, just to let you know. Go ahead and answer their questions, because it's going to feed them ever so further down the road to God's local trap.
Yes, of course.
Be strong, my child.
Do you want to start the interrogation or shall I? I know you want a signature.
Well, yeah, but he needs to be of sound mind. Well, wait a minute, who am I talking about here?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, well, yeah, sure, I guess I can. But how discombobulated is he?
think
He thinks he just
Should I give him a couple drops?
just talk to him.
God.
Yeah, or at least one of God's angels.
Dose.
I would.
Are you blood bonding him?
I might.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Because that will probably exceed my capabilities. A blood bond would bring forth more.
Oh, it would definitely tie into the madness. Let's let you guys have a crack first, and then if needed, I can go that route.
Age before beauty.
Oh,
Oh.
awkward.
Oh, it's that way, is it?
Awkward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a fact, but it's awkward. Okay. So, all right. So, I'll. He's without. I mean, is he restrained?
He's restrained.
Oh, all right.
His ears
He's
are.
not going anywhere.
Not going
He's
in?
got, he's got an
see
IV
you.
drip and he can't see.
All right. Okay. What?
His eyes are covered. You can uncover them if you
Oh, okay.
wish,
Okay.
but
All right.
right now his eyes are covered,
All right,
and
so-
he just got and God just told him to behave.
All right. So then, I'll go get a.
Not God, an angel.
An angel
Get it
told him
right.
to behave.
I'll find a stool or a chair or something that might put me on an equal eye-to-eye level with the gentleman.
Sure.
And
Before he does that, I'm going to do me a favor. Turn around for just a second. Turn on unseen passage. Sit on a stool behind him,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and you hear me whisper before out of his range. Here, if you hear me whispering, ignore it.
so then I'll come up with like I'm sorry, his name again? George.
Robert.
Everybody's George to me.
You've got people for that too.
George, just lucky, I guess.
Okay. Robert,
Yes?
I'm going to lift your eye cover now. I don't want you to be alarmed by whatever you see.
Oh, okay.
Lift the cover off his eyes. Look him deep in the eyes. Say, Robert, going forward, I'm going to need you to speak as truthfully as possible to me. And any questions that I may have. Can you do that for me?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with mesmerism if I have to.
Okay.
Is he gonna? If he doesn't, if he's a human, I should be fine. But if he's something supernatural, then
I mean,
we're gonna have to
You get-
confront each other.
you've already been told by your the rest of the group that he is on a truth serum, so it's not going to be that difficult to get him to answer questions. Probably the most difficulty that you're going to get is keeping him on target.
Okay. So, Robert, when it comes to your organization, would you be able to detail who reports to you directly?
Well, I mean, there's Sarah. She's my secretary, and
Taking
she's
all the
so
notes.
very nice. And she's the one that gets me all of the meetings with everyone else. And usually there's also Barbara, and she's the other secretary that takes care of all of my day-to-day appointments as far as going through and seeing the local meetings that I need to. You know, I do a lot of charity work, you know, so it's important that I'm seen outside the main offices. So I usually have 2 or 3 meetings a week with the local city government.
And your involvement with the militaristic groups trying to hunt down evil in the city.
Well, I mean, that's all God's work. We're doing God's work.
Well, yes, I understand. Believe me, I understand God's work. But what is your part in that plan?
Oh, well, I am there simply to I'm the bankroller. I'm there to make sure that they have the money necessary to do God's work.
And did you not recently make yourself seem like you passed away?
Well, that was necessary.
Why? Can you explain to me why?
Well, the plan was that I was going to be the next on the list for their most recent upgrade of their serum, because in order for me to take the next step forward in my path to preach the word, the gospel, I needed to be able to live longer. There was some news of late, and I just,
But is this serum necessary?
yes,
Why?
Because
You
it
are
is
a man of
God's will,
faith.
my child.
because it's God's will. I have to be able to do this. We have to be able to cleanse the world of those who are not deserving of it.
But I understand that if you are strong in faith, that if any weapon was brought against you, that it would fail. So, why would you need this serum to do God's work?
A weapon against us is one thing, but there are those who are outside of our inner circle who need to be protected. The children need to be protected. The people in general, before they can see what we do for them, they need to be alive in order to see. So we're there to make sure that they're safe so that we can bring them the Word of God.
So, how does one deliver the Word of God?
Oh, well, there's many different ways. We have our local meetings at the local houses, and then we have the radio shows and the TV shows, and we also do outreach programs to our local youth.
And who requires the militaristic aspects of deliverance of God's Word?
Well, that's in order for us to reach out to other countries, we have to be able to infiltrate them appropriately and take care of those who would stop us from, keeping the Word of God from
And
being
who is there to
spread.
stop you?
Those evil people. They called them blank bodies. They were terrible demons, horrifying. Really.
Did they indicate that they were demons? Or was this your assumption?
This is not my assumption, at all. It was something God told me.
Is God talking to you now?
No. God is,
always here, my child.
yes.
Be strong.
God is within me, but doesn't always speak to me, unfortunately. Sometimes I fear that my frailty has severed our link.
But what makes you important enough for extra time?
Ah, well, as to that, I sacrificed so much. I sacrificed everything.
What do you mean, everything? What did you sacrifice, and to whom?
You have to understand, she was not pure anymore. She was not following God's tenets any longer. She had to be sacrificed for the greater good.
Sacrificed? Or judged? Sacrifice is different than judgment.
She was judged unworthy
By whom?
by God.
Under what authority?
By the authority God gave to me
Gave to you to do what?
to determine the righteous on earth
How is righteousness determined?
by one's sacrifices,
And what is sacrifice?
the giving up of what is needed.
When is needed? One would say that sacrifice, above all else, is simply love.
There is so much more. And one would say also that love itself is the giving up of one that you would love the most. I had to.
Go ahead and tell him everything, child.
Tell me more.
You have to understand that she ran from me. She ran away from me, and she was not allowed to run. She should not have run.
Who is she?
When I was younger, I fell in love. And I knew that I was not strong. I knew that it was not acceptable. I knew that these were not things that were strong.
Strength?
Yes.
You say you lack strength,
I did.
but now?
After my sacrifice, I renewed my covenant with God.
Tell me about the sacrifice. What did you do?
I had to
There's nothing to fear here. There is nothing to regret. It was a sacrifice given fully of yourself. There should be no hesitation or regret.
but there is, which is part of why I am even now not worthy.
Well, it's good that you recognize your own worthlessness.
Speak your regrets and be redeemed, child.
Shannon was my only daughter. Her mother gave her to me after she died in childbirth, and I tried to raise her on my own, but when she was 17, she left. I couldn't find her. But God showed me where she was. God showed me that she had moved here.
Okay. And?
So I followed her, and I found that she had fallen in with a terrible group, a grouping of immoral, unjust creatures.
It's Portland. That's the sort of thing that happens here.
Thankfully, you're in another room.
Of course I'm in another.
And you took it upon yourself to then take her away from these things?
I prayed so hard, and the only thing that came to me was that she must be sacrificed for the greater good, to show those that she was with that there could be more. There could be better things for them if they chose to do better.
And who was she with that needed to see this sacrifice?
They were blood drinkers, some of them walked only at night, some of them, they were filth.
And by what measure did you consider them filth?
They weren't human. Obviously, they were demons.
Were they beyond redemption?
They drank blood, they killed. Of course they were beyond redemption.
But
They took my child from me.
I thought you said your child walked away.
She wouldn't have walked away. Not really. Not if she was true of faith. I failed her in that initially, but I knew if I just got her back, made her listen, it would be fine. She would be fine.
We all know that children don't really listen. They barely hear.
Children are our greatest burden.
Yet they are our greatest treasure.
Are you hearing something?
She was my greatest treasure.
And who now has that treasure?
She is with God, child.
God has her now. He promised me. He promised me if I sacrificed her, that her death would not be in vain, that she would be taken to the kingdom of heaven, and that I would be rewarded for it, and that the rest of Portland, and subsequently the rest of the earth eventually, would no longer be overrun by these creatures.
How long ago did this sacrifice happen?
About a year ago.
And how many have fallen of their own accord to the new blessings that have been enriched since your sacrifice?
Several hundred.
Of yours or of theirs?
Of theirs. We are, overall, triumphant. There will always be sacrifices that need to be made on our part, but we accept those sacrifices gladly for the good of all of mankind.
Tell him about the radio demon.
The radio demon.
The radio demon?
She was the
Alistair?
worst.
How?
Somehow traipsing around during the day, even though we knew what she really was. We knew what she was really all about. Making a mockery of humankind.
And you took her.
Yes, to make a point that we knew that this was not the right person that we were taking, but we were going to get the right person.
And did that come to pass?
She arrived, but I was weak.
How?
I saw Shannon in her. I couldn't.
Well, she is someone's child. She was human.
I was weak, and I don't deserve God's love for it.
But aren't humans worthy of redemption?
Humans are, yes.
Did you offer redemption to her?
No.
That is where you failed. That is your righteousness failure.
Yes.
Where is she now?
I don't know. These creatures came in, took everyone.
Here you sit, now, confessing your unworthiness, your failure. What comes next, now that you're gone?
I suppose that another shall take my place among the righteous.
Who would you suggest would take your place?
Could be Elijah. Could be James.
These sound like names that are forward-facing towards the group that you were assisting with the extermination of evil and the spreading of righteousness.
Yes, they are the next prophets in line.
Who are they really?
Well, Elijah is one of the people involved with the Ignatius Corporation, the pharmaceutical company that I was backing.
And James?
James was part of the Cerberus Corporation. He was the next in line to be the head of security for Ignatius.
And with your death, what happens to your empire?
It shall go to Ignatius Corporation and be used for the greater good.
And where will the greater good next be focused? Since you failed here in your righteous ambitions.
They will probably double down here as well as in the other cities that are on the coast, Fort Lauderdale and Los Angeles as well. Both are cities of filth.
I'm going to step away and leave you to your God for a while. Understand that I may return, and I may have more questions. Reach up and pull the blindfold over.
Okay.
Step away.
Once he goes through the door and the seal clicks. You did very well, child. I'm proud of you. Keep being strong. You will get them where they need to be.
I do not feel worthy.
You are worthy. All are worthy in God's eyes.
Will I ever see her again?
In time, child. Remember, she is with God now. When you see God, you will see her. But there's much you must do for God first. These individuals, lead them along. Let them think you're working with them. Let them think you've had a change of heart. We will all obviously know that, in truth, you are continuing to do God's work. Let them have their false sense of security, for that is when God will strike and take down the unbelievers, the unworthy.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Be strong, Robert. God is with you.
Okay.
Gonna get up and, with silence of death active,
Okay.
going to walk over to the door.
I just say, why is an angel walking?
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Close the, open the door, turn off silence of death,
Okay.
make walking sounds back in, close it behind me.
Nice.
Nice.
Well played.
Mr. Mayor, we meet again.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it's me.
Hello.
Don't push the button just yet.
I understand your anger towards me.
Do you?
I do. I have more understanding than you might think. What I don't understand is why a proposed holy man would capture and torture an innocent human woman and not even offer her a chance of redemption. It's almost as though you enjoyed it, didn't you?
There was a part of me that probably did.
Another sin to add to the tally, is it?
I am nothing but a sinner.
Well, we'll see what happens. Turn around, walk out, close the door behind me.
Okay.
Well done, Lancaster.
I try. Yeah,
You did
I
very
do.
well.
That was
Yeah,
bloody brilliant.
Nice little bit there at the end. You did too. That was very, through the glass. But yeah, okay. So, all right.
For that, I'll teach you how
got
to
that
actually.
paperwork for taking over his stuff, but if they've already got it, how can
Yeah.
we get it back?
Well, that's probably going to take
Is
a
there
little more.
is there going to be time for them to process it? Because he's only been dead, what, 2 weeks?
Well, that
Can it
kind
be
of stuff,
backdated?
Well, that kind of stuff is well, anything can be backdated. I mean, you're computer savvy people. You understand that there are documents out there that can be forged or
I
what
have
have
an
you.
idea. It takes time for them to process this.
Yeah, especially big corporation changes.
They're gonna have to go through and proof all of the paperwork and the accounts. You've got your contract. Just get him to sign it, silent partner, backdate it to where they suddenly find he's got a partner they didn't know about.
Aliana,
We can make it happen.
roll. Let's see here. Wits and awareness, please.
Oh, okay. That should be a small enough pool. I don't need to help.
No extra hands needed.
No, this is a small enough one.
Okay.
I don't know. Do I,
Yeah, I had to double count.
do I need to roll 2?
2.
Okay, I will give it to you just because it was one that you were involved in this part of the investigation from the get-go. When you found the abattoir at Jonathan's party, there were 3 individuals that were identified
One of them was
specifically.
Shannon.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
why
I
the name
remembered
sounds
when she said
familiar.
it's going to be either Celeste or Shannon. Which is it?
And you remember that Shannon recently came from Ohio and had been missing a year and a half.
That's right. That sounded familiar. A little before my time, I think.
That was the daughter that he was talking about. You put the 2 together, and that makes an awful lot of sense because he was originally from Ohio. Pentecostal, recently moved from Ohio out here. Why?
Okay, so
So we've got 2 names that are most certainly aliases.
James and Elijah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
those are-
think?
But
those are
if
big
we
ones.
can put a wrench in the transfer of details and goods, and if he suddenly decides that he's going to work with you to lead you to your own destruction.
Let's see here. What was the circumstance behind his death? Publicly.
Publicly, he had a heart attack.
Well, you can get better from that, can't you?
Say something to the effect of reports of his death were clerical error because he was actually going to a special treatment facility.
Well, okay. Typically, when a CEO type, and was he a CEO of
No.
Ignatius?
No, he was not CEO. He was a
Just a money
private
backer.
backer, just a monetary backer, just a cash cow.
A venture
basically.
capitalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, at that point,
There was a clerical error. They mistook him for another Robert Meyer.
sure, that works. I mean,
Unlikely.
stranger things have happened, right?
Well, you know, this
Okay.
human clerical errors tend to happen a lot.
Okay, so then what we can do, okay, we got a couple of options because he is still alive.
Yes.
The way I see it, most companies will hide illnesses as best they can so the stock prices don't drop. If he was a financial backer of Ignatius Pharmaceuticals, right, then his death wouldn't be as impactful, but of course it would come down on a balance sheet somewhere that they're losing funding. So at this point, I think that we could probably go ahead and pull in some kind of documentation, like you said, make it look like he was the front man of a larger corporation. Part of me, being a risk taker, would imagine that they already know who I am and what I do and haven't found a way around what I do yet.
Do they know what? But the question is, do they know what you are?
Well, we can always, I mean, shell companies and all that other kind of wonderful material that tax laws and everything else decide to put in there, and especially with the 503Cs nowadays. You know, lots of things can happen. You know, we can shell it out as much as you want, but when it comes down to it, if they happen to find a document saying that any and all resources were recently changed to this entity, then at that point, we could probably bait them a little bit, give them a little bit of reason to come at us a little harder, and then find out where they're going to come from because we know of a barracks that's out there. Haven't had time to interrogate the lowlifes, but
Yes, the mook.
If we're gonna put him to use,
Who, the mook?
no, the one in the other room.
Oh, Meyer?
He's already talking to God.
well, we could also, pull a. He's been found.
He's been found.
Go with your idea of he's been lying in a hospital for the last 2 weeks due to a heart attack, and paperwork got messed up. And at that point, we have found him. I could probably implant a couple of different, sub things that allow him to do things, and then he can be our inside man.
I was gonna say another option. He's talking to God already anyway.
But we wouldn't move that.
Ghoul him to a Malkavian.
No,
Oh no,
no.
no! I don't-
know who his daughter is.
Is it who I think it is?
She was in the back room at Jonathan's.
Oh, you guys told me about
With,
that.
with
It
the
was-
donkey.
She wasn't with the donkey.
But she was at that
She was
party.
one of the ones identified.
It was butchered.
That doesn't absolve him of what he did to Cassandra.
Doesn't.
Did we get pictures?
However,
Did we get pictures?
yes, I have pictures.
Oh, yeah. They're not pretty.
However, when we're ready to be done with him, we'll give him his own damn heart attack.
Well, we have.
I have a notary public stamp. We can backdate your paperwork anytime you want to.
I have no doubts about that.
Will,
But I'm also thinking.
has Cassandra given me details of what they did to her?
Not as of yet. You get the impression that she would really rather not talk about it right now until she sees her own therapist. Thanks.
They worked her over really well.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, does he really know what he sacrificed or how his sacrifice came to pass?
I don't think he does. And I think we need to go have a chat with him.
Yeah, this is this is what righteousness does.
You have the images?
Is water wet?
Do you have a monitor?
She has a laptop. We're fine there.
I want something bigger, something a little bit more scope of the
Something more
iris, if you will.
cinematic?
A little more cinematic.
We'll get to that part in a minute. I have more questions for him.
I was recently introduced to something.
I'm
about
going
oranges
to,
and clockworks. So,
I'm going to go back into Unseen Passage and sit behind him again.
Okay.
Are you going to open the door without making noise?
No, she's going to talk to him anyway.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'm going to go check it. Did you bring the mook here?
The mook's in another room.
Okay.
The mook were treated with kid gloves.
Of course.
The mook may be really screwed up.
Okay. So,
You're up.
Leave the blinds on.
okay. Yeah, he may not want to see you.
Yeah. Mr. Meyer, I have a couple questions for you.
Oh, okay. Who is this? You don't.
This is a friend of your daughter's.
Oh. Oh.
I know what happened to Shannon. I know what became of her. I want to know why and how and why you thought that you'd be able to do the same thing to other people.
She was such a beautiful child.
She was. I saw baby pictures.
She was
A good girl.
a light. Every Sunday she would lead the children's prayer. It was amazing. She was so intelligent. I was so proud of her.
What happened?
His brow starts to furrow as he remembers.
It's okay, my child. This is part of healing.
She became a very angry young woman. She didn't understand why I started spending so long traveling back and forth and meeting with people to spread the word of God, and she
Was home by herself.
felt as though I forsook her.
Did you?
I didn't think I had. I thought I was.
You were spreading the word of God everywhere but home.
We were taught that that's what you do.
But are you not also supposed to take care of your children? That honor your mother and father thing also goes the opposite direction.
Oh, she stopped listening to me.
Were you home or
No.
were you out? Proselytizing doesn't always work when you leave your home base and leave those who were supposed to be under your care to fend for themselves.
Children should listen to their parents.
And parents should take care of their children.
I was taking care of her by making the world safer.
Was the world safer, or was it just you were out doing what you thought was right and not seeing what was going on at home?
God talked to me. Of course I was doing what was right.
But were you listening to God, or were you listening to your personal interpretation?
I heard God's voice for the first time when I was 7. I knew my calling. I have always known my calling. All she had to do,
Was be a child.
all she had to do was listen to me. All she had to do was follow my instructions and be a good girl.
Were you a perfect child? Did you listen to everything your parents told you to do?
Of course I didn't, because I didn't know at that time what my role was until
And
God
what
told
about
me.
your daughter? Did she automatically know? Or is that something she was supposed to grow into? Because you didn't give her the guidance.
I taught her from a young age what was expected.
But were you there to lead by example?
She had the best tutors.
Were you there to lead by example?
No.
So do you understand now why she left? If you weren't there, she was going to find someone who would be there for her.
She was so beautiful.
She was. She was a beautiful girl. She's a very young girl. So why are you taking your anger out on what you did or didn't do on someone else's child?
She followed the wrong people.
Were you ever always perfect? Were you ever perfect?
I'm an imperfect being. The best I can do is to listen to God.
Would you consider your daughter a perfect being?
At one point she was.
Just because she met people who you didn't think were perfect and lesser doesn't mean that they were not also loved by God.
God loves all, my child.
So I'm going to ask you again. Why did you think you could take it out on someone else's child?
She was a means to an end. I didn't know that they were going to do as much as they did.
Who?
Cerberus Corporation told me that these creatures were responsible for my child's death.
Did they say how?
No.
So how can they prove that, one, your child is deceased, and two, that these quote-unquote creatures are responsible?
They showed me pictures.
Really? And what did the pictures look like?
My child was drained. She was pale. They told me she had been found in a tenement building.
Did they happen to mention that your daughter had gotten a tattoo?
No. She would never. It was a defiling of her skin. She would never do that.
There's a lot about your daughter you apparently don't know. Would it surprise you if I told you that the group that had those tattoos can be tied back to your Cerberus group?
No. No, they wouldn't do that to me.
Oh, but they did. I can show you the pictures because I found her. I had to identify her body. And I hate to be the one to tell you this. It was not pretty. And where they told you they found her and how she was not how I found her. So I'm going to ask you again. Who decided to take it upon themselves to do that?
Elijah said it was necessary.
What's Elijah's real name? Because that sounds like a biblical prophet, which is not something that we currently have a lot of. And I hate to bring you into your personal Gehenna, but they started it.
I heard he was always mentioned to me as Elijah, but I did hear others refer to him by the name of Devon.
Did they say what Devin's name is after that?
No.
Okay. Can you give me a description of Elijah?
Dark brown hair, blue eyes, about 35 to 37, somewhere around there.
Okay. Do you know where Elijah's from? Because I've been tracking Shannon's killers for a while, and I'd like to get justice just as much as you would.
He was originally from England. He went to Dubai.
Oh, there are a lot of people that have come through Dubai lately. How did you meet him?
investors meeting.
Okay, how'd you get hooked up with him? I mean, how did this investors meeting get put together?
I went to a meeting in Los Angeles. I was traveling through for one of the Easter weekends. There happened to be some venture capitalists there.
How long ago was this?
About 10 years?
Easter weekend. 10 years. Okay.
There were several of them there.
Mm-hmm. Were you still living in Ohio at that time?
Yeah.
So Shannon was...
Yes.
You realize she can't see you, right?
Quit pigeoning. Stop
I can see you, but I'm invisible, so.
I'm in the other room taking notes.
So what about James? Who's James?
James was one other of the venture capitalists there. His last name, I think they said was DeMarcos or Dimitri, something like that. Not sure.
Okay.
Some weird Greek name.
Okay. And was it James and Elijah who personally attacked my other friend? Or was it just the lackeys?
Oh, they weren't there.
Okay, do you know who did it? 'Cause-
Some of the Cerberus soldiers who were there.
okay. Who told them to do it? Because I have to report back to her mother, and she's worried sick about what happened to her daughter. As it is, I still have to go take a look at her in the hospital. She's lucky to be alive at this moment.
It was a woman.
Okay. Does she have a name?
Clarice.
Well, hello, Clarice.
She was French, came up from Fort Lauderdale. She was overseeing a shipment of some sort.
I'm gonna write a note on her notepad,
Okay.
hand it over to Allie, or just walk over to Allie and just let it appear in her lap. Dissection was supposedly done by, was it Owen, I think it was? Ask him about Owen.
Okay, so Clarice is up from Fort Lauderdale doing shipments. What is she shipping? Sorry, I have a fascination with trains.
She was supposed to be overseeing the shipment of more of the serum that we were researching.
Before or after it gets put into individuals?
Before, of course, we didn't do any of the trials here in the United States. That was illegal.
We'll table that particular topic for a moment. So, sorry, what did the note say?
Owen, ask about Owen, because Owen's the one who did the butchering.
Yeah. So is there anybody in your group with the name Owen?
Owen was the young man that
Owen's of particular interest to me.
Owen was the young man who took Shannon away from home. He promised her the moon and the stars in the letters that she sent home to me.
Did Owen have a last name? Just to make sure we're talking about the same one.
She never mentioned one.
Okay. Did she mention where he's from? What he looked like?
He was from Eastern Europe at some point. He was blonde. He spoke with an accent, she said, that was exotic.
Maybe kind of Middle Easternish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Eastern Europe or Middle East?
So, we're gonna come back and have a talk in a minute. I've got to go and make a phone call and make sure that my friend is still okay. And we will come back and have a chat some more. As I said, I've got pictures that your Cerberus Corp friends didn't share with you. I'm going to give you the option of seeing them if you want. But I have a feeling you may not want to.
I don't know that I just miss my little girl.
You need to know what happened so that you can heal and focus on God's work.
As much as I hate to say it, it might bring you some closure. Or it might redirect your righteous anger in the proper direction. Because I could barely stomach being in the room with her. And I had to pick through several bodies to get to her.
You can see the color just drain from him.
So I will leave that up to you. But I think you probably should see these. I'll let you think about it. Get up, walk out the door.
Okay.
So is the Clarice the same one from Cerberus Groups?
Yes.
Hey, all right.
Let alone the other guy.
Okay, so
I'm gonna follow her out.
Okay.
yeah, I really want to go back in there now. You've given me a lot to work with.
Oh, God.
Do you reckon he's in need of a comfort right about now?
Oh no, I think that was good cop.
No, comfort.
Comfort.
Well, then
Comfort.
with the door closed behind, I mean, obviously it's closed for you
Well,
guys are all
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Good cop is not good cop. Good cop would have just thrown pictures at him.
Well, I mean,
And I'm
this,
still tempted to.
this is the
I
part where I
personally think you should, but I think kind of got a sticky wicket where if we tell him that it was Owen that butchered her,
Oh, I didn't say I was going to tell him
I'm
that.
just saying that we might want to be careful that we don't.
and Owen's Bana Hakim,
Yeah.
or was.
Oh, and it's
Right.
also in the
Was.
wind.
Well, I think we got confirmation from Danima that he was.
No, Tamina took out Christine.
Ah, okay.
Is Tamina with us?
No, I don't think so. No.
So why don't you call her and find out where Owen is, if she knows, if she's had any findings.
Any idea where Owen is? Click.
This is usually the part of the interrogation where somebody would go stomping in there and start asking him questions very aggressively.
I don't think we're going to
She
get
starts
as much.
tightening her shirt up.
I don't think that's going to get us as far as we'd want it to.
Should we let it stew and maybe move on to the mook?
I think we probably should, because right now he's thinking really long and hard about if he really wants to see pictures of his daughter. His perfect angel who he abandoned.
In pieces.
With a tattoo.
And no head.
I really.
and no head.
I just said, let me have pleasure.
I don't know, have you seen those pictures? You might have your stomach churned too.
No need. No need.
That's what I thought.
It's words that are important for me. I like words. And so I formulated a few words for the gentleman. But maybe we should let him stew. I think it's a good idea. Might thicken him up a little.
No, you'll be able to get your financial hooks into him after this.
Maybe. We'll see what kind of hooks we got. Because if I say the right things, he will be motivated in the most righteous of ways. So.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go in and chat with the
mook.
the SI.
Yeah, the mook might be an easier sell. He seems like he's already cracking.
As soon as you tell him he may actually be one of us, he kind of freaked out.
Yeah, and then also
Ether does amazing things.
he didn't like. Oh, really? Oh, sorry. Not that I know.
Oh, really?
But I remember now. Thank you. But yeah, because the impression I was given there with our last conversations with the gentleman, he didn't seem too keen on the fact that he was hurting humans.
No, he did not seem to enjoy that at all. Oh, sweetheart, get the colonel on the line.
I was just thinking that.
Oh,
very
that's
thing.
right. That's right. We need to bring in the colonel.
I'm gonna
In
text.
fact, see if you can get a video call.
I'm gonna text Jim and say, "Hey, you up for a video call? I think I have something that might surprise you, in a hopefully good way."
Okay.
And if nothing else, he can help us.
I assume there's going to be lots of loud shoutings about soldier this, soldier that. It's going to be
We'll
good
see.
times. Yeah.
That'll
General
be interesting.
officers are usually good for that.
You get a text back.
Well, we're
Give me
these staff
5 minutes.
At least staff officers, yeah.
We got this guy's name, right? I would assume we got this guy's name.
Not yet.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Actually,
pulled
He's
that.
got a wallet or a badge or an ID or something on him.
Yeah, which easily could have been gone. Well,
can I-
don't know.
can I-
Unless
can
there's-
I- can I-
I don't know.
can I-
Would he? Okay.
I didn't get to
Let
talk to
the person
anybody
with the
yet.
smallest hands do
Yes, I haven't yet.
the heavy work.
I haven't talked to anybody yet.
She's like this tall and she can't.
Tiny thing.
She's small.
Let the hot blonde talk to him, okay?
Yes, got the itty bitties, yes.
The hot British blonde. Let
Yes.
her talk.
Yes, yeah, we'll see if that works.
My.
We'll see if that works. Oh, okay. Well, let's see.
Worked pretty well in World War II.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it actually did. It worked out very well.
Remind me to tell you the La Machine story sometime.
Llama machine?
La Machine.
I don't think
I
I,
like
want to
llama
know about a
better.
llama machine.
You probably want to hear about the llama machine more than the law machine.
Probably just a trimmer. She's like a huge.
No, that's a lawn
That is
machine.
one way to refer to it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my
Are we sheep
goodness.
Alrighty.
If you really.
So let's go check on the mook,
Yep, let's go.
who we've been treating fairly well, even though he can't get out.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
we got him good food and
Got him comfy seats.
got him comfy seats and a change of garb. Something a little more. It's still military casual, but it's more casual than body armor.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Is he blindfolded, or can he actually see people as he come and goes?
He can't see outside of the room,
Okay.
but he's
Probably got plenty of light.
got
Yeah.
plenty of light.
Okay. That's fine.
One of those fold-out beds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a nice Murphy
well,
bed.
and
A
they're
nice
good.
Murphy bed.
Is he restrained?
No,
Oh, okay.
but the door won't open for him because it's a touchpad,
Right.
All right. Yes.
and his eyes don't match. So
Okay.
So yeah, you open up the door,
Walk in.
and he's just sort of sitting there.
hand you to give you a glass of carafe of water. And
All right, fair
stuff
enough.
to go with him.
Set that down on the table. Pull up a chair. Hello.
Hi.
So I expect right about now you're thinking this is the moment of torture. Well, if we were to physically torture you, you would probably tell us anything to make the pain stop, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
But it's a good assumption to make, yeah.
I mean,
Now, psychological torture, again, we'd have no way of actually verifying what you were saying, correct?
true.
So, that's why we're just going to have a nice little chat, you and I.
What's in the water?
Hydrogen and oxygen. You've never heard of dihydrogen oxide before?
I have indeed. I'm just not sure that I trust it.
It's water.
I get that. I'm just not sure that I trust it.
All right, well,
Button on the outside.
I mean, there it is.
Would you
get-
rather have a Coke? I can send it in sealed.
We can do that too.
Sure.
Cool. Anything else?
Get them a sealed bottle of water too, then.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Hey, forgot to ask you, what's your name?
David
David.
David what?
Connell.
Connell. You mentioned once upon a time that you were, or at least recognized. What was the colonel's name again?
Roberts.
Colonel Roberts. Can I assume that you were in the military as well?
Robertson? Yeah, I knew him.
Okay. Professionally?
Yeah.
Did you serve under him?
Adjacent, really. I was initially sent underneath his, team, but, I was fairly new when he got shunted out. Scuttlebutt was that he was asking too many questions, so they sent him back to the Pentagon instead.
That sounds about right.
Seemed to be a nice guy.
Go send one of these two in with the unopened half rack of cans of Coke so he can take whatever pick he wants.
Cool.
Have at it, mate. So
Takes
what?
one of them.
George.
So what were you involved in? I mean, I presume.
Was he staring at goats?
Are you hungry?
That's my military.
Not yet. But
Okay.
thanks.
That's fair. Drink.
How well versed are you on what the military deems to be otherworldly?
Yours or Her Majesty's? His Majesty's.
Ours.
The U.S.
Yeah.
I've got an inkling that you generally tend to hush up a lot of things, that you kind of don't want to start panics.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, your average person is not going to necessarily be thrilled about an awful lot of things that we talk about. Although after the declassification of UFOs, kind of all bets are off.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that, and something called the Slender Man. Is that a thing still?
It's not.
Okay, it's
But,
not really a thing.
It's not.
Okay.
There's a bunch of hokum for that. But no, there's
Like crawling nasties, things that go bump in the night, as it were.
yeah, sort of. There. So it gives you a background of the history of the United States government and its ideas into remote viewing and what remote viewing actually tended to be.
So staring.
Looking at my watch,
goats.
waiting for the timer so that I can ping.
Staring at
Colonel.
goats.
Right? It pings right about the time when he starts going ahead and explaining that there were points in time when we were successful in doing so, but it was so randomized that we were never able to really honestly get enough data to do a lot.
That's
I
some
get a
serious
video
X-File
call.
shit.
I get a video call queued up in the other room,
Okay.
and I tell him.
Cryptids.
What was his last name again?
Who?
Connell.
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 I'm like, I think I found one of your boys, Jim.
Yeah? Who?
David Connell.
Oh, man.
You want to talk to him?
What, he's alive?
Hold on.
For now.
Put the call on hold. Open the door. Walk in.
Don't tell him I ethered him.
It's muted, so.
Yeah, I'm just telling you now. Don't
I won't.
tell
Just
Colonel. I
Make a bit
did
of a
that.
show of drinking the water.
Okay.
I mean, I can choke it down.
That's
Pull up a table.
Won't do anything for me, but yeah.
Somebody wants to say hi. Turn the screen around.
holy shit.
Holy shit.
Sir. Robertson gives him a side grin. Oh, you actually went ahead and you survived. You.
Ooh. Now pull out my pad of paper. Tell me more.
We're not all as bad as you think we are.
Some of us were. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
You're not there.
I'm not.
Stop it.
You're not there. Stop.
Meta Pigeon says,
Right? Robertson said, I didn't honestly think you were going to go ahead and survive. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to survive. But here we are.
Survive what?
I promised a friend that I'd look out for stuff for him.
Don't
He's been
get-
worried about you guys for a while.
Don't leave a girl hanging.
It's been rough. They've escalated. And now they're recruiting people off the streets.
Yeah, they're recruiting the very monsters they're hunting. By the way, before we went in, I warned Jimmy's going to hear some stuff that he may or may not believe, and we'll talk about it later.
Fair. O'Connell just kind of looks over at Robertson. I'll tell you, you left, and things went to shit. And about 2/3 of the company's dead.
How many of them were here local, or was that before?
Oh, that was before.
Oh, good.
I've been doing this for about 3 years, I think. Like I said, I came in just as Robertson was leaving. Well, being shoved out, as it were.
Get a little voice from the doorway. Was that before or after? Death before this serum took full effect or after?
In the middle. Robertson said, yeah, this was one of the last recruits that we had. He was injured in the midst of everything. They decided that because he had some tendencies toward ESP, he'd be handy.
I can see how he would be.
I don't claim to know what the fuck it is that I have. I just claimed, I just knew things.
Can you try to describe what it is you experienced?
Imagine every single nerve ending in your body completely on fire for about a week and a half. And that's what I went through
Okay.
repeatedly for about 6 months.
And the other things you mentioned, or somebody has mentioned, that you were able to see things, experience things.
You know, I don't know what to call it. I just know
Don't worry about what to call it. Just try to describe it if you can.
I have better than average luck figuring out where the fuck things happen.
Kind of like a premonition, you might say.
Kinda,
Like-
I guess.
Like you kind of know things are going to happen. I'll put it in layman's terms. Jedi reflexes. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, sure. That
Okay.
works. Yeah.
Okay. So potentially aspects. All right.
Get a bit of his blood so you can taste it.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah.
Robertson just shakes his head. I was really hoping they were going to drop this program. Oh, no, they increased it. But then they also went private as well.
And they've started kidnapping friends.
And enemies and anybody they could possibly lay their hands on.
And putting bodies on trains.
Yeah, that was kind of... That was where I drew the line. That was why I wanted out, and they told me I didn't have a choice.
Do you know who they are? Do you know who gave you your marching orders?
There's a company head...
It's obvious Mayor wasn't in charge.
Oh, God, no. That religious flunky, please. I was told that I needed to go ahead and bodyguard him because he's our cash cow.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a rather talkative
told-
cash cow.
Told by
rather dead cash
shut
cow,
up.
according
Shut
to
up.
what they
Shut
said.
up. Told by who? Do you know?
So, Celerity Corporation is run by a grouping of 7 or 8 people. They're board of directors. They're landed throughout the entire world. The 3 big ones are Calantia, Giovanni, James Demetrios, rather. Not Donovan, that's somebody else. And Kendall Booker.
Blair?
Blair's out of Dubai.
Who was the third one?
Kendall Booker.
Kendall Booker. Kendall Booker. Okay. Did they give you your orders directly, or was there a chain of command?
Oh no, there's always a chain of command. Are you kidding?
Of course there is.
They're the high up in the glass tower, as it were. They basically go ahead and stay up where they can go ahead and keep their hands clean.
I leaned back into the doorway look to Allie for a second. I'm like, I sense the beast, right? Can you tell me if he's a Duskborn?
What am I rolling again?
Ooh, sense the beast.
Braining, because my brain just shut off.
Why are you making me look this up?
Because you
Because I
have
wanna
the
know if
book
he-
and I don't. And I'd love to know what he
note
is.
it down?
Since the beast, that's
And if he is a
It's
Duskborn,
animalism.
he's one of us now. And I want to play that card.
yep. Because if he is, then I want to do some taste blood on him.
245.
I'm willing to bet that Malkavian's part of it.
245. Sense the beast. It's a free cost. Dice pool is resolve plus animalism versus composure plus subterfuge.
Okay. So it's a whole whopping 4 dice, but we're good.
But if he's Duskborn, he'll have a fight against it.
No,
Right.
he doesn't. So
That'll answer the question.
Dose.
Ghost, do you want to spend willpower to
Roll the one that I can
one
roll?
you can
Sure.
roll?
3.
Okay. Yeah, he is officially a Duskborn. He is a Daywalker, but he is a Duskborn.
Poor boy's one of ours.
Did you hear that?
And if he
No, probably
wasn't bitten, they found a serum to do it.
Yeah, I've heard rumors of that out of Atlanta.
That's kind of what I figured. That's what my theory was yesterday when we caught him.
I'm gonna walk back in. Jim, can I put you on hold for a second?
Yeah.
Thanks. His name was David, right?
David. Yes, David Connell.
David,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk into the room.
do you know what you are now?
I'm going to assume that this does not have to do with being a prisoner.
I'm assuming this has to do with how long are your teeth?
They have been a little more pointy of late.
Like
Just
these?
a little bit.
Not like that.
So, David, when did teeth get longer?
About 2.5 years ago.
About the time I started giving you the serums and you went through your various weeks of nerve fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
any,
I hate
any
to tell you.
strange cravings at that time or afterwards?
No, I can eat just fine. I can, go out in the daylight. It's fine. But I'm faster.
So I want to make sure he's not pushing a button.
I don't think there are any buttons for this room.
Oh, no, you can you actually see where I am? Well, is there a camera or something?
No, I just
There
know
is
better.
now.
No, he's just sitting. He actually has he's sitting there and he's watching, and he has this very almost a sense of wonder on his face. Like what he's hearing doesn't sound possible, but it sounds profitable.
Oh, no.
If you didn't know any better, you'd say he was monetizing it all in his head right now.
Of course he is.
No buttons for the peanut gallery. So, David, I hate to break it to you. That serum they tested on you,
Welcome
Turned
to the
you-
family.
One of ours.
They turned you into what they had you hunting rather.
That's why you got faster. And why your
That's why you
nerves
got
would
the
fire.
fangs.
Stronger. They made him faster, stronger. They had the technology.
They had the erector set.
I'd really rather it have been the $6 million man, quite frankly.
So would the rest of us. Do you think I will wake up with this face every morning?
I didn't want to wake up. I did not want to become what I became, but I learned to live with it, or unlive with it, as the case may be.
So wait,
You are what we refer to, various people refer to them as various ways. The polite term is duskborn. The actual clinical term is thin blood.
well, that doesn't sound nice.
And
That's why duskborn
That's why
is
we use.
used.
That's why we use duskborn, because it's not their fault.
Okay.
You are the normal way they are made is what happens when a kindred, which is what we call vampires, or what we call ourselves, embraces or turns a person. The further down the line you go, the weaker the offspring become. And if a kindred of a certain generation tries to create an offspring or turn somebody, the person they make the turn, but the blood is so thin in that one that they don't get all of the abilities
Or all of the problems.
or all of the problems.
You can go out in daylight still.
And eat food.
Do you know how many people would, pardon the phrase, kill for that?
I haven't seen a sunrise in over 100 years.
Nor have I.
It's been a while.
Now it's just a matter of time before Celerity, Cerberus, Ignatius,
Triple C.
the SI, the Vatican. Once they're done with you guys, do you really think they're going to keep you around?
Well, I mean, to be completely honest, I was kind of surprised that they kept us around as long as they did. They
You
seem
mean-
to
you
sort
were-
of utilize us like tissue paper, honestly.
And that's
You were
just
useful.
it. That's just it. They make you. They taught.
They make
To
you
qu-
into their super soldier.
They like their troops like they like their tissues, soft, clean, and disposable, or strong, clean, and disposable.
Soft, strong, and disposable.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to unmute Jim here in a minute. He doesn't know. He and I have been friends for many years. The fact that he disappeared this last time, I helped him because he needed it for his safety. He doesn't know what I am. I will leave it up to you if you want. If you decide you want to tell him, I won't stop you.
He also doesn't know about what's been on the trains coming through Portland. He knows about the trains.
He has suspicions, but he doesn't have any proof.
He needs to be well away from this.
At
Agreed.
the same time, I think he's going to need to know at some point.
Not anytime soon.
Okay?
You don't understand. They wanted him dead.
I know they did. You don't think I stopped a couple attempts?
Why do you think they can't find him now?
We are not the evil things you guys think we are. Some of us are
Or have been
complete
led to
utter
believe you are.
assholes, but
Hey, I resemble that remark.
you're not evil.
Point.
He's just a wanker.
Yeah, the one you haven't met yet. So I'm going to unmute Jim. And he needs friends from that time, and you need friends who can still help you. So I think you two reconnecting is a good thing. Then after that conversation, I think we need to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Because there's a lot more going on than you know, David. And while, no, we are not perfect, neither are your leash holders.
We're not the evil things that people like Mayor think we are.
Well, Mayor's just a frickin' religious nutcase.
Oh, I know. I've talked to him.
But
Oh, yeah. No, I've got some ideas for him. But he took my kid. That's bad. Okay, I'm going to mute Jim now.
Walk back.
Sorry about that, Jim. I just had to clarify something really quick. So, yeah, David's okay. We're gonna go ahead and they've been trying to pull some really hinky shit up here, but you already knew some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, those friends of mine that I've hinted at before have helped to get a bunch of people free. David was one of them. I figured once I heard who he was and where he was that you'd want to talk to him, because I know you've been worried about your boys.
I appreciate that, definitely.
That's what friends are for.
David, are you gonna be okay? I mean, you know, you
I'll keep him safe, Jim.
okay.
I'll set up another reunion later if you don't mind. We got a couple more finalized things we got to settle up here, but thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. Give me a call when you have some time.
Will do. Take it easy.
Right about
Holy
now, you've got questions. Oh, shit, indeed. Right about now, you've got questions, haven't you?
I mean, it explains a lot.
I'm going to ask something really weird, and just roll with me for a second.
I
You
think we're
weird.
well beyond weird at this point.
Okay.
We've gone past
Reach back,
Portland.
pop open a panel, pull out a syringe. Can I get a blood sample? I want to find out what they tainted you with.
All right.
Do a draw, hand it over to her.
Yeah,
This
that
is
was
weird.
military.
Just warning you, this is weird.
This gets a little disgusting. If you don't want to look, I don't blame you.
She's like,
No, I'm not going to do that. Pour it
yeah, she just needs a taste.
Yeah.
Pour it, yes, pour it into that glass.
Like a sommelier, you know.
Yes, actually.
Hints of...
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, do you want to smell the neck?
All right,
Peppery with some blackberry.
let's
No.
see. Taste of blood, free, and resolve plus blood sorcery. Okay, so that gives me. Oh boy. Okay, well, I got 2 out of 3 successes, so I am gonna have.
Fair time.
Yeah.
Until part-time.
You can't reroll. We can't reroll that. It's
Can't
blood
reroll
die.
that blood die?
Shit.
Yeah, you can't reroll
Okay,
the blood die.
I failed.
What you can do is surge your blood, though.
You can.
Okay, and that's
Do a rouse check.
okay.
Since you have a fair amount of blood, you can do it again. Okay, you do go up 1.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Okay, but that's going to add and die to your pool.
yep.
Oops. Okay, well, I got 1 success at least.
So you got
Okay, so
3.
you got 3 total successes.
Okay.
So you are successful.
Okay.
Is he part Malk?
He is actually, he does seem to have more Malkavian traits than anything. Doesn't seem to be as far as since Malkavians do have different ways of expressing their individual brain pan challenges, as it were.
Brain pan challenge. I like
I
that.
like that one.
His particular one simply amplifies what he already had, which was Auspex, the ability to go ahead and see into the future and the ability to basically, if not manipulate, then at least predict
Premonitions?
statistics. Yeah, premonitions of a sort,
It's not quite domino, but
right? Luck is not a superpower. Oh, I think it is.
I totally.
I think it
Totally.
is.
It totally-
Oh, it totally
Not.
is.
It totally is.
It totally is.
It totally is. Yeah.
Now, is he just milk, or is there a conglomerate?
Yes, that's the next question.
You'd need to get probably another taste and.
3 dots should be able to tell him more or less what it is if he got 3 successes. I mean, barring storyteller's discretion, but
well, there's a ritual I was trying to learn that actually would, in fact,
Do a full
do a
determination.
full determination of that, and it was called blood walk. Unfortunately, I don't have that ritual to hand,
well, then you have to do
so
another taste.
Yep.
okay.
Don't do 3.
And your blood's roused. You've already done the
You've already
rounds.
done the
we're
rounds, so
good
you can
there.
do
So
another
you
taste
do the
of it.
extra
That's
dice.
fine.
Okay, so let's try it again.
You get to roll the extra red.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I got no successes and I botched the blood die.
Yeah, but that's not enough, though.
No, you're
All
fine.
right.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that does count as critical failure.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Okay, but you still get an extra die to roll. So this
Yep.
may, if you get a success on that,
Okay.
you don't botch.
Nope. I didn't. I failed that one too.
Now you're just
Critical
grumbling.
failure.
Yeah. Now I'm just like, oh, what?
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
There are bags in the other room.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to need
Call
one
the
here.
frog.
Yep. Going to need one here in a minute.
So, I can tell you that I'm faster, I can tell you that I'm stronger than average, and I can tell you that I can figure out who's going to go ahead and win at the track.
You must be fun on parties.
Not so much.
Not as much fun as I am, but along those lines.
Honey, you are a party.
Yeah, you're a walking party.
Beer pong is kind of fun, though.
What's that?
Especially if you can move fast enough to make sure your ball gets in the thing and get back to where you were before anybody sees you.
Exactly. Hedging bets is always good.
Certainly doesn't hurt.
That's right. Yeah. Ghouls can opt to get a point in celerity too. That's a ghoul, not a duskborn.
Duskborn can have celerity.
Yeah, they can have stuff.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. They can have all the disciplines if they
All
really want.
disciplines eventually, if they live long enough.
And if they can get enough, and if they get enough taste of things.
Yes.
And there's a way you can become a full vampire later if you wanted to. But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Hey, David, are there others who are kind of like you in your group?
Ready to escape?
There's a few of us. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was necessarily ready to escape so much as it just sort of happened, and
Did you kind of lose your faith in it, as it were? Kind of become disillusioned. That's the word I was looking for.
let's just say that this most recent little foray into kidnapping, not for me.
Are any more of your group of Jim's kids, forgive me for using the phrase, in the area?
No, they split us up pretty much immediately.
You don't
We're
have a line
loyal.
on any of them by chance?
Two of them. There were a total of 5 of us that were left out of 20.
Oof.
That's a pretty high attrition rate.
Yeah. That's
Wasn't an attrition.
25% fail rate. Or
75% fail rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a decimation. That was a
Do you
destruction.
guys keep in touch with each other periodically?
No, right before we all split up, or got split up rather, the last thing that we heard from Robertson was, don't keep in touch with one another. It's dangerous.
It's not.
He's right.
It's not bad advice.
It's not to say that I don't have tabs on them.
I was going to
just-
say,
just don't reach out.
would you be willing to share those tabs?
Yeah, I can do
Okay.
that.
We'll talk.
Yes. Okay.
We can do the reaching out for you.
And we can find the tabs on the other 2 that you don't have.
I'd appreciate that. They're not bad. We're just, I think we probably just got fed misinformation to a point where it was convenient to believe it.
Yeah.
Kind of in a mirror here.
Information isn't the only thing you were fed.
Obviously.
So, what other interesting side effects have you observed in the last couple of years?
I mean, on myself, that's it. Other people?
Any strange or unusual happenings? You know, things you can't explain? Magic, maybe?
There are a couple people who do a little bit on the way of magic, alchemy type things.
Okay.
I don't know. I never was
Brewers.
one to believe in alchemy and whatnot, and magic is, I mean, come on.
Okay, so we got some Ouija shit.
Yeah.
What else?
Sweetie.
I
You just got-
let it.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't break the poor kid's brain
Too late.
more than it already is.
I mean, you know, it just sort of is what it is, really, at this point. I mean, how do you...
Do you know if they've got any shadow wielders in the area? I
There
know
were-
they had some out in Atlanta.
There were a couple of guys that were real good at hiding. Really good.
So that's obfuscation.
Like,
probably.
to
No,
a point
it's-
where we not only didn't see them, but it was like they were created out of them. It was weird.
Okay, that's
Really
some
weird
tenor
ass shit, man. That made me uncomfortable. I didn't like them. I was glad when they got shipped off.
Don't suppose you have their names.
Not off the top of my head, but give me 24 hours to concentrate on it. I could probably figure it out.
Cool.
That would be. If you can, that's not life or death. It's just if they're local, I want to know about them.
No, they are not local. Although what I saw in that building
Was
yesterday,
what they
very similar. That wasn't okay.
could do.
Not at all.
That's a group called La Sombra. They're
That's-
shadow wielders.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of is. It's good to
Kinda
have them
is.
on your side.
Somebody had a good voice, though.
She's a professional.
She does
not a
enjoy your
Lasombra.
shows.
She's somebody else, but yes, she does enjoy her music.
Yes.
All right, man. Well,
You're probably going to need a place to stay by now, aren't you?
yeah, we're gonna need to, at least until we figure out what their back plan is gonna be. If we roll you out now, they're just gonna snatch you up.
Oh, yeah, no.
So
If you
You're
want
stuck with me now.
you're stuck with us. It's a mutual sticking, and that's okay.
Fair.
Yes. Because you've got the questions and we probably got the answers.
Or ish.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the family.
Thanks.
we can also call in delivery
That's true.
when you get hungry.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But what I am going to do is I'm going to move you from here because this is in the middle of nowhere and nobody knows it exists except for the 5 of us, and only 2 of us know where it is. So we're going to go ahead and get you out of here, but into a place where you will be safe.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I am going to have to,
We're going to have to black bag you again.
yeah.
Sorry.
But we're not going to ether bunny you this time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Dude.
At
And I-
least I let you go down gently.
And I'm sorry that I had to,
That's what my last girlfriend said.
No major headache in the back of the head this time.
That's fair.
and I apologize for what you saw last night. He was one of the ones who had tortured my child.
Yeah, he's a piece of work.
Not anymore.
Oh, he's still a piece of work. He's just a
Different piece
piece
of
of
work.
work. You don't happen to know who did the actual swinging on her, do you? I know you didn't do it because I could tell by the look in your face you didn't do it.
Yeah, no, that
It was
That
more
was-
than the guy I drained.
oh, that was Chris. Chris is a jackass. Was a jackass.
Chris is no longer a problem.
Chris is not a problem anymore. No.
Who's the other one that was helping him? Do you know?
Michael.
Okay. Michael got a last name?
Yeah. What was that? Hold on. Michael apparently is not a problem any longer. Huh. Michael is in the bottom of the river.
Deceased, I hope.
Well, he
Sleeping
hasn't
with the
grown
fishies with Luca
gills.
Brazzi.
Yeah, but if you're one of us, you don't have to breathe. Depending on the abilities he got.
Well,
Or if he got them.
no, he was definitely. He and I used to go ahead and play quarters. No, Michael's last name was. Oh gosh.
A name to be determined by the storyteller later.
Right?
Michael's not a problem anymore, so that's okay.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
Michael's
until I-
head was severed from his the rest of him.
Michael's not a problem anymore.
Not a problem anymore.
So he is sleeping with the fishies with Luca Brazzi.
Oh wait, if his head was separated, Tamina may have gotten him.
That does seem to be her bailiwick, doesn't it?
Either way, he's not a problem.
Okay.
Good.
Was it just those two, or?
Those were the two.
Okay.
Do you know how much Mayor was involved?
Mayor talked a lot. He was in the same room with them, but he didn't actually physically touch her. It's like he's got a thing.
Yeah, apparently we
women.
remind him of his daughter.
Yeah, well, there's a lot about that guy that really needs to be kept in the suitcase, in the closet, and far away.
Bottom
The
of the
angels will be
ocean.
having words with him.
That sounds like it. You know,
Only
I
if we
think
can
I'm
get
gonna.
She gets this evil look in her eyes.
It's better you
my.
not know.
Yeah, plausible deniability
Yes.
has been my
Yes.
bailiwick for some time.
That's yes.
That's a
words
very
to,
wise
words
thought,
to
my
live
friend.
by.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in the other room now.
Okay.
Because we're gonna make arrangements for David to be taken to a safe house.
Okay. But are you hungry at the moment, David?
I could eat.
What you want?
Probably. Well,
No.
no.
Down, girl.
I mean, if that's what he wants, more power to it. But
He looks more like a Thai food kind of guy to me.
Banh mi's good.
Okay.
I've not had banh mi in decades.
Sorry.
we'll have it waiting for you.
Nice. Thanks.
No worries.
Lancaster, can you have one of your assistants go pick up this order?
Sure.
And I'll give him the address of the safe house to deliver it to.
Nice.
Just,
Okay.
And now for the best part of the
no-touch
segment.
delivery, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Contactless. Here you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Make
Perfect.
the arrangements to have him transported safely.
Cheaper than paying the delivery fee.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Actually, that's true.
That kind of stuff bankrupts me.
Seriously. All right, so he's moved there, and it looks like actually this is going to be a season 1 close. We will pick up season
couple
2
months.
in a couple months, where we will find out some information, and hopefully we'll close out part of this chapter and maybe get some new information on Mr. Mayor,
The next big bad.
the next big bad. But in the meantime, we love you all very much. Please be safe.
Keep watching this spot for more things to come.
Yes,
Yeah, we're gonna try and
be-
do some in between season stuff here. So
Yeah, there's going to be some interviews with some of us. We'll be going ahead and doing maybe some D&D one-shots, and we'll
D&D
see.
not so one shot.
Not so one-shots.
So one shot.
and- So, watch this space. We're going to go ahead and get some interesting stuff on there, though. So,
We'd love your feedback.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what the
Definitely.
comment section
Yes.
is
please
for.
use the comment
Likes.
section below.
Comment
Likes
section
and
below.
comments.
Yes.
What do you want to see? What do you expect?
What do you want to know about us?
What do you
Yes.
suppose?
Please.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, for the interviews.
Yes.
If
Interviews.
questions or stuff, drop them to the email address. We'll be happy to include them in the interviews.
We can email address, go on Facebook, go on Twitter,
on Discord.
Tumblr, Discord, wherever you'd like to go ahead and drop those.
Yes, our Discord is live.
Yes, our Discord is live.
Keep them coming. We love
Engagement.
you.
Yes,
Engagement.
engagement.
Engage us, please.
Yes, engagement
So-
feeds the beast.
Indeed. In the meantime, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Laters.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
That's my girl.